Mic on, mic on, mic off. Oh, no, still mic on. Okay, that's working, and we all know where I'm going to be. Yes, I'm still down here in the bottom left of the screen. It's worked for RE4. It really, really has. So, welcome back. I'm just going to let Julie know because she can end her stream now. Julie's very good. She will keep her stream going until my stream starts so we can overlap. And I'm just going to let her know that she's free to finish. But yes, we are back on Resident Evil 4 for the last time, which genuinely makes me sad. Sorry, Twitch is being incredibly strange, and messaging and streaming at the same time is two things at the same time, which is practically impossible. Why isn't my phone working? This is incredibly unprofessional. Twitch's mobile phone app is a unique form of hell. Why are you still making sounds at me? There we go. Yes, apologies for that. Yeah, Resident Evil 4, one of the finest games ever, and has been a genuine highlight for me of the complete Resident Evil playthrough so far. I was looking forward to this one from the start because I've always loved this game, and it did not disappoint. It's held up beautifully. It's a fantastic game. But hey, Tom, welcome. Wow, you are quick. I've been live for like 30 seconds, so I was just explaining to whoever ends up watching this on demand, because nobody was here yet, how much I love Resident Evil 4, how much I've been looking forward to this all the way through the, I don't want to say misery, but the misery of Code Veronica, because yeah, that game might have been good in its day, and there's still things about it I like, but fucking hell, that was a slog. So, no more Code Veronica. There's only one game on the complete Resident Evil playthrough up ahead that I'm kind of dreading. Anybody who knows Resident Evil can probably take a guess at what that game might be. But for the most part, I think they even out better from here on. And yeah, I don't know if I'll ever hit the heights of RE4 again. But to get vaguely back on track, where are we? No, extras, that's what we want. Resident Evil 4, as we all know, came out on the GameCube. And one thing it did have was Assignment Ada, which, when you finished the game, was like a little extra mini-game you could play with Ada Wong, where it wasn't canon to the story, but it wasn't not canon to the story. It was a weird thing where you play as... Let's see if I can get a picture up. You play as Ada in this combat gear that she's wearing, not her typical dress. And why she's wearing it and how she's wearing it, it's never explained. I mean, if you wanted to make it canon, you would have to explain how she got off the island. Oh, blimey, that's loud. Got off the island, changed into a dress, came back to the island to get a bunch of things she already had. And it's basically just a little mini game where you collect, I think, samples and shoot enemies in the island section of the game. And then, painfully shortly afterwards, even though Shinji Mikami himself said that he would cut his own head off if this game came out on the PlayStation 2, this game came out on the PlayStation 2. And to make up for the fact that the PlayStation 2 wasn't the powerhouse the GameCube was at the time and couldn't really handle Resident Evil 4. Basically, it's somewhat downgraded. They added extra content, well, to make up for the fact that the content that was there was the inferior version. And for that, you got Separate Ways, which was, once again, a mini-game featuring Ada, this time explicitly canon to the game, far more expensive than Resident Evil, than Assignment Ada was. Complete with cutscenes and new characters and everything, and she's in her appropriate outfit. So what we'll be seeing... I'll back out because it's so fucking loud. What we'll be seeing today is an alternate take on the Resident Evil 4 story, where we are Ada, and we see what Ada was doing at various points throughout the story, how she sometimes pops up on Leon and then Batman's away again. What she was doing, we do see some things which you wouldn't have seen in the main game. You see the other side of things. And I'm going to turn sound down because when this gets loud, this gets loud. Yeah, it's a bit more RE4 with Ada Wong. And we all love Ada Wong and we all love RE4, and I really couldn't finish the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. I wasn't ready. I wanted more Resident Evil 4, and thankfully, in its benevolence, Resident Evil 4 delivered. So that's what's on the slate today. A word of warning, this is mastered from the PlayStation 2 version. It's been included in every subsequent version of Resident Evil 4, but all the cutscenes on the PlayStation 2 version because it couldn't do real-time cutscenes like the GameCube did. So they were all pre-rendered, and they haven't been upscaled, so the cutscenes are blurry as arse. A particularly blurry arse. So enjoy. That lovely La Fond Nikita image. Let's get going. So I have no idea. I can't even see my own stream on my screen right now.
The only reason I've taken on this mission is to get closer to my own objective. No matter what happens, I can't let anyone figure that out.
A lot of redundant writing there. She did a mission to further her objectives.
My style. I'll have to reveal myself to him and offer advice once in a while.
Hiding in the shadows is exactly your style, Ada. It's literally 90% of what you do. Ah, that's another thing. Assignment Ada, the previous minigame, wasn't canon, but it did end with a cutscene featuring none other than Albert Wesker himself, premier Resident Evil villain, even voiced by, let's say, Richard Wong, who voiced him in Code Veronica, so there was actually a bit of continuation there. Yeah, that'll be relevant. There's also a few bizarre jarrings with the main game, which we'll come to as we get there. Here we are, at the top of the show. And yes, Ada did just turn up in that dress. It's not like in Resident Evil 2, where she's wearing a dress because the T-virus hit while she was clearly in the middle of something else. She's chosen to turn up dressed like that. That's her tactical gear of choice. It does look bloody good. Cool cutscenes like that really made me wish they'd remaster these cutscenes in the grown-ups definition, but here we are. It's Albert Wesker.
Arrive at the village on time.
Canonically, yes. This time.
But
the big burn scar he got at the end of Code Veronica clearly cleared up nicely.
The villagers there are all being controlled. They automatically attack any intruders. Ring the church bell. That should quiet them down for a while.
So, if you're wondering why at the beginning of Resident Evil 4 the church bell suddenly rings...
Unfortunately, time is not a luxury we have. Gather as much information as you can about the parasites and finish off this little tour.
Now, the whole third-party Wesker thing is heavily hinted at in RE4, but it's never really explained. So, here's... We were Leon at the beginning of Resident Evil 4 in the village fight. What was Ada doing while that happened? Mission directives, I think this is just, yeah. Ring the church... Yeah, okay, start. So, separate ways is a lot simpler. We are where we are, we need to get to where the big glowing mark is, that's about it. So, at this point, Leon is... Those guys are running off to chase Leon. The idea is that while Leon is having... You can actually hear gunfire, which is a nice touch. And Ada has her own animations for fighting, but Leon's over there somewhere, basically doing this section of the game. The game posits, and it does this a few times, that... Yes, we would have been Leon doing that in a house just over the way. But the game tries to posit that while Leon was having a massive shootout in the village, Ada was also having a massive shootout. Julie Raid! Hello, Julie fans! It's a good day for all Julie fans, because if you like hot Asian women, you've come to the right place. So, from one to the other, hey, my very own Ada Wong. And you don't need to be surprised anymore, I think your raids always work. But wasn't there a window here in Leon's game? Oh crap. But, don't check that. Ada has different flavor text than Leon, who just comments on how dirty it is. Ada wants to clean the bed. You know, she's domestically minded, as our Ada. Come up in your options is weird because you didn't come up in my notifications either, Julie. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay, we're going to stop now for this, are we? Ada's... Ow, bloody door. Ah, strange. Ow. I don't know how Twitch works these things out. I also don't really know what I'm doing here. So, yeah, again, I keep cutting myself off. The game posits that while Leon was having a big shootout in the village, I get it, game, on one side of the village, Ada was also having another shootout with the same villagers on the other side of the village, but Leon never saw or heard her. this kind of thing comes up a lot, where we just have to accept that, oh, okay, that Ada was really there and we couldn't see her. There is... That makes no sense, but there are weird moments where you can, like, you'll come across something and she's like, I should save it for Leon, as if to explain why it's there when Leon does his game. But then when Ada, like, kills a whole bunch of people and makes a whole load of noise and blows up a whole bunch of stuff in the village, and that Leon just didn't happen in his game, we just have to assume he didn't hear it. It doesn't make any sense. But yes, we need to get to the church. If you remember in the main game, this goes on for 3 or 4 minutes until the church bell rings. Ada can Batman. Boing. This is Ada's claim to fame. It's 3 or 4 minutes, the church bell rings, and then all the villagers go to church. For reasons which never do make a whole lot of sense. As Ada, we have to save Leon by ringing the church bell. It does mean that we have to also accept that Leon's fight against the villagers now lasts for like the 15 to 20 minutes it takes us to finish the first chapter, rather than the 3 to 4 minutes it did. So,
got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Okay, so Murchie's back. You can sell him treasure, apparently. I'm not even going to bother trying to put everything together this time. We're just going to do that. I think we'll need an attaché case, but we can't afford anything right now, Murchie, sorry. So right now it's just us. What have we got? The handgun. Oh, we've got a shotgun. Okay, we have got a shotgun. You wouldn't tell, but this is very urgent. Leon is... Maybe that's it. Maybe Ada's just so fast that what feels like a 15-minute mission to me passes by in seconds. Are they behind me? What did you do to Murchie? Also there. Anyway, that's just another good spur to run very fast. Not so fast we miss things. But yes, if the camera has to follow closely behind someone at all, I should have kept the thing I just sold to put that thing in, shouldn't I? Ah! Oh, okay, that wasn't one of the ones you can animate. Okay. Then Ada Wong is not a bad choice to follow close behind, and the camera... I mean, it's framed just perfectly, isn't it? So... I see clipping! Boom in your face, and... boom in your head! Oh, Christ, okay, this is going badly already. Come on, there's not really any need to kill absolutely everybody, it really is just... Save Leon! This mission might have worked better with a timer. But yeah, this... I said how much I adore Resident Evil 4. This is the last Resident Evil 4 stream, this is all of it. I'm not going to do the non-canon content because... No, I mean... Nah, Mercenaries was never really my bag. High school non-canon games. Oh man, I really should have kept the elegant headdress, shouldn't I, just to put all these things in. There's the church. All this time Leon was just having a big shootout with Dr. Salvador. Whoa, okay, that was me getting lucky. And yes, we do get a lot of... Ah yes. Oh, well, that was embarrassing. We do get a lot of cutscenes, and Ada has the coolest way of answering the phone in history, I think, which you'll see, and if you don't start answering your phone the same way, then you're dead to me. You're dead to me. And there's plenty of Wesker! We will see our Lord and Saviour Albert Wesker, who we've already had a little glimpse of, but precisely what Wesker's organisation's involvement is with Las Plagas is never brilliant. Why am I going this way? I think we have to go that way anyway, but for now... Oh Christ. So yeah, can I make it through this game without dying? Because my RE4 streams have been a bit deathy thus far. I'm man enough to admit, while shooting this man in the dick, that my RE4 streams have been a bit deathy. So, it's fine, it's fine. It's just more Ada for us, right? Yeah, so that really only leaves us one way to go. Oh, nice dodge, and I didn't see her there. But I have enjoyed my Sunday night RE4. And it's all changed soon, because we've got RE Revelations next, which is great, and then it's multiplayer Resident Evil games, for which I'm going to have to source chumps to play with me. Well, Darbu, I'm glad you like shooting in the dick. Or vagina. There's a joke about getting wet there, but I feel I'm above it. Oh, you asked for it. This one's for you, Darbu. I got what I deserved. Honestly, whatever's in front of me, I feel I got fucked over by the animations there. We do not discriminate on, you know the names. Right. Is this where that bloody snake was? Yes. Motherfucker. Oh, this is just embarrassing. You come back here. I'll have an egg, please. My granddad used to swear that simply sticking a raw egg in your mouth, without the shell obviously, was a hangover remedy. Which apparently used to be quite a popular train of thought way back when. Hey, stuff. Hey, shit, one of them. I mean, there's no dick on a snake, but a snake kind of just is a dick when you think about it. I mean, what are you shooting when you're shooting someone in the dick, if not a snake? So, by that logic, I think the whole snake counts as a dick. Oh, you probably had some valuables, but, you know, fuck it. I made a Wong, I can afford what's got to be an expensive dress. I don't need your valuables. Okay, so that was clearly the game's way of saying, no, you can't just go off and play Resident Evil 4. Is this cat's eye a key item there? Oh god, was the key on that chainsaw woman? I think it was, wasn't it? Have we just soft-locked ourselves out of being able to finish this? I never heard of that being possible, but I think if we kill the chainsaw woman, she drops the key, but we blew her into the water, so... I mean, that's the game's fault, if true, for allowing that to happen. But we might have to do a chapter restart, or just let ourselves get killed. Not by him, obviously, this sucker. Okay. If so, that's a bit of a black mark against Resident Evil 4. Yeah. Is that a Darbu? Oh no! I like it. I like it. Let me try and kill myself with this grenade. You see Leon sometimes, but in gameplay, like in the village section, I think if you get up on the roof you can see like a computer-controlled Leon walking around. I'm going to have to restart this, aren't I? Yeah, retry from a check. Yeah. Alright Tom, no worries, no worries. I've been trying to watch Julie's videos all night and I was on a bus and I've been stopping and starting. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, now, again, all the times I've played this game, I've never had the issue of blowing that chainsaw woman off the bridge. I might be wrong, we might kill her and then she'll have nothing and it'll turn out I just missed the trick. But I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, we'll sometimes see Ada, just to get back to Judy's earlier, we'll sometimes see Leon. Like I say, Leon is currently doing the village opening scene from the game. For far, far longer than we actually had to play it for. And that scene ended when suddenly in the middle of the fight the village bell rings and everybody fucks off. Ada now has to ring the bell, so now we know why the village bell rang. It's because Ada is about to ring it specifically to make the villagers leave Leon alone. So we're getting a different side of the same story. There are some bits that don't gel, like I say. I mean, you have to shoot your way around the village for a while as Ada. And just accept that Leon didn't see or hear anything because Leon's a bit thick. See that? Happens a lot. I heard that. I see you over there. I'm gonna... Yeah, look, there you go. Come on, come on. Thank you. And back you go. Off the edge. There you go. So is Chainsaw Woman coming? There you go. Let's get nice and away from any edges, shall we, Chainsaw Woman? That's it. There you go. Oh, I don't want to shoot you near an edge because you might... Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna. Just wiggle that Ada butt. Ada's got some wiggle when she walks. Come on, camera. Now's not the time to zoom in. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Ada's got her own kind of Leon Kennedy boss walk. I've never noticed this before. I don't really want to waste my shotgun shells, but... Oh boy. Oh, double boy! Alright, this may require a little finesse. It's not good. Oh. Oh shit, you didn't drop the key. Okay, I need to find it someplace else. Sorry Capcom, I said that Resident Evil 4 had a flaw in it, for which I deserve to be punished because Resident Evil 4 is the game of games and has no flaws. Plus it now occurs to me it's probably behind the church. But, you know, we made 3,000 pesetas, which we didn't have, and we're going to need better weapons, and is that it? Yeah, that's an insignia. This is the same puzzle that we had in the main game. I can't remember the dead ringers. So I'm gonna run down the bridge to get that bit of treasure that was there, and I'm gonna kill that snake again because I haven't shot many dicks this stream, and it just feels like the kind of thing Ada does. Ask Leon. I think that's pretty much the experience he's had with her for what at this point in the game has been 6 years. Okay. Oh, I got the snake in the boxing once. Right. That is some dick swinging right there. Alright. Yeah, next up is Revelations, a game which I don't know nearly as well. But if I recall, it's possibly the sexiest Resident Evil. Definitely one of the craziest Resident Evils. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun while I source co-op partners for 5 and 6. And now I have to go and work out the dead ringers again, don't I? Yes. I think I remember from the main game they might have changed it for this. It's weird looking M, weird looking S or Z, and weird looking V. S, Z, V. Yeah, we have 6. That would require some capture card stuff because I've got 6 on Switch and PS4/5. Oh wait, yeah, no, I need to SZV. Julie's going to donate her Switch capture card to me so I can capture Switch games. I'm not sure if I'll stick with the... Hang on. So we want... It's V. Yes. Hang on. Most of Resident Evil 4's puzzles can be finished quite simply, just when you know how. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud, lads. And they've got one of those special Zelda doors, which makes sense in Zelda because it's a fantasy magic series, but it makes no sense at all here. Death-activated doors. When your employer installs a door... In the butt, shoot him in the butt! And the... Also butt. When your employer installs a door in your workplace, which seems like it's really limiting, but it's activated by your death. So don't worry, the door will open if you die. Get a new job, because you're an expendable... Okay, this isn't death activated to be fair, but I've been playing a fair bit of Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and I just think you've got to ask a few questions when it comes to that. About what your boss is thinking and how much you mean when there's a death activated door. And where do I go? Do I have to... Oh, I have to put the insignia back. Or the cat's eye. Right, because even though it makes no sense that you'd replace a massive insignia with a cat's eye, because in every other Resident Evil game with basically the same puzzle you've replaced like a shotgun with a broken shotgun, here you're putting 2 completely different things in there. But Leon finds a cat's eye in his game as a treasure, so that's how it got there, in case you were wondering why Leon found a cat's eye there and not the key to the church. In fact... Ada's doing this to save Leon, but for the next God knows how long chunk of the game, he's going all around the lake fighting Del Lago and getting lost in the rain in the dark, trying to find the key that Ada just took. So I feel in saving him from a handful of villagers, she made him fight way more villagers and Del Lago and get infected and meet Lewis, and yeah, I'm not sure Ada's rescue plan really worked out for Leon's best. We appreciate the sentiment, Ada, but helping or hurting? Helping or hurting? Oh lord, I'm out of handgun bullets. Okay. Alright. Another semi-common thing in Ada's campaign is that there's basically just thousands of enemies everywhere. So, yeah, it's not like the main game where it's sort of plotted between downtime and action time. It's like here, it's all murder all the time, especially for these two. If anybody wants to drop any stuff the next time they meet Murchie, that'd be great. There's handgun bullets. Ada just seems so blasé about everything. I love her kind of unflappable detachment. But she's a unique entity in the Resident Evil series, Ada, because there's no other character that kind of does the same thing. I feel like Jill and Claire can be kind of interchangeable at times, but Ada's always just been standalone. I'm not sure she'd work as a lead, because I think she works more as this mysterious presence, and if you knew too much about her, she'd lose the mystique, and it wouldn't be fun enough, really. It's that weird thing. She's completely unique. There's no other character, and they even, I think, in I want to say one of the Gun Survivor spin-offs, they actually had just another sexy Chinese secret agent who was incredibly competent and wore a casket. It's like, yeah, she just wasn't really Ada. She's just kind of another bland shooting game protagonist. Why when you assholes die? It's kind of what I call Jack Sparrow syndrome, where you can have a character be crazy and zany and do all kinds of weird stuff when there's another duller character to be the lead character and have the hero's journey and have the development and the love story and all the generic hero stuff. It frees up another character to be zany and wacky or mysterious and do whatever the hell they want because they haven't got the responsibility of driving the story. And I think if you gave Ada the responsibility of driving the story, she wouldn't be Ada anymore. She should be just like this mysterious, what the hell is she up to sort of presence beside the story, which is exactly what she does here, and is what she does in... Oh, hello. That sounds like Ashley. Don't really want to ask what she's doing, but she's getting breathy about it. Yeah, you can. Ada, not your problem, boss walk. Got like a boss wiggle, Ada. More of a boss wiggle than a boss walk. How do I... All this time, by the way, Leon's still been doing that one shootout from the opening village scene, so, you know, go Leon. Is it this thing? Right. A same puzzle, isn't it? Yep. Yep. A lot of the puzzles just carry over directly. It's a little bit cheap, but we will not argue with Resident Evil 4. And now it opens the... Right, so if you want to explain why Leon has to do this to open the door, it's because once again Ada has made things infinitely difficult in her quest to make one single thing slightly easier. And this is a very blurry version of the cutscene we got 5 minutes into the first game, into the main game, which took us 10 minutes. So go Ada! Leon, your crush just helped you out and gave you another 2 hours worth of work to do later down the line. Lord Sadler. You remember him, don't you, boys and girls? We'll still get the opening logo.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yep. So again, it's kind of so cheap they just pre-rendered the same cutscene. Oh, they added separate ways, I guess, but there's a lot of watching the same cutscenes but blurrier. So that was chapter 1. That was relatively painless.
Here's what I know so far. Osmond Sadler's cult is known as Los Illuminados.
And again, all this is stuff that
They've resurrected
film
some
scenes from the
sort
main
of
game.
parasitic
We're just
organism they
hearing
call Las
a voiceover
Plagas.
of Ada's
That's all my
perspective.
organization knows for
There's a
sure.
fair bit of cutting corners in separate ways.
Cult activities seem worthy of investigation.
It wasn't a full-blown, like,
The
production.
Salazar family, Castellans for generations, possessed the ability to
There's my
control
favourite
these
character right
cults.
there.
The organization's hypothesis is that a unique frequency of sonic wave, sensed only by the parasites, is used to control.
If you wanted the science behind any of
Same
this,
principle used in dog
science
disease.
in very big inverted commas, then
This was
here it is.
inferred through the
Radio
analysis of the
frequencies,
tissue
bloody,
sample we
bloody.
retrieved. The tissue contained an organ presumably used for sensing sound waves. I've seen cult members carrying ceremonial rods, and I wonder if they emit these sounds.
I mean, it's a good
Of course,
hypothesis,
this is purely
really.
theoretical.
I don't think any of us were really asking for any science behind Sadler's
The
big wiggly control
organization
stuff,
needs
but,
samples
you know,
of the
there it is.
parasite to confirm or disprove these theories.
See, she's having flash
That
forwards to
is
stuff
the
she
objective
herself
of my
will do.
mission, and the only way to prove my loyalty
Ah,
to the
looks cool.
organization.
Again, that's how you open your phone, just
Opening moves in this chess game have been played.
with her arm fully extended, which you can't see. I think she does that more than once. It's literally his phone's ringing. It's extremely cool. And in case you weren't listening to that, or some British arsehole on Twitch was talking over the whole thing, here's the text. If you want to see that, pause it, because we're moving onwards. And what's this now?
Among all the people involved in
Oh, this is... Oh yeah, so we can watch the reports from all the other chapters. Yeah, okay, safe. Anyway, on to round 2. I'll make it its own save. Yep, chapter 2. And we get an original cutscene of what Ada was doing while Leon was busy shooting bird nests out of trees and shopping. Do it, do it.
We have
Okay.
an irregularity.
Little low energy,
The
but...
researcher we planted has been discovered by the Illuminados.
Oh, I didn't
You
even
must
look
be
at
talking
it.
about that vagrant Spaniard. So where is he now?
He's held captive
So
in
it's
an
disdain
abandoned
for the
house
Spanish.
located northeast of the village. Until he recovers the sample, we can't let him die.
You don't need to remind me. Luis Serra. And I thought I was high maintenance.
You are high maintenance, Ada. So now we need to get back across the village. Basically do exactly what Leon did after the main village chapter, which does raise the question because... Yeah, again, this doesn't work brilliantly with the game because she's rung the bell to get the villagers off Leon, teleported from the church to the other side of the village, and now Leon's heading toward where Lewis was pretty much in real time. Don't ask Resident Evil based questions. So. This guy has an egg in a box. An egg in a box. These are the treasures that he keeps in his room. He's got... Ah! Merchie! He's got a merchant in his bedroom. What are you doing? Is hide the gimp. Or more accurately, Mr. Gimp.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. Do I sell the
selection
cat's
of
eyes
what
and
you're
shit
selling.
that I bought now? See, I've got the gems to put in something. I think I sold the only headdress we can put them in. So,
What are you
let's see if we can
buying?
buy anything. Can't buy an attache. We could buy a TMP. I do like the TMP. I'll buy a
Is that
TMP.
all, stranger?
We will need a bigger briefcase at some point, but for now.
Thank you.
Also, as you've
Come
noticed,
back
Ada can't upgrade
anytime.
weapons, and we've only got 3 handgun bullets left. So we'll switch to our TMP without the stock or any of the upgrades. So this is the way Leon comes in, which for Ada might mean going backwards, because we're supposed to be going the other way to the village. I'm going this way to try and break the system and mug some crows. These crows have got so much money. Not much money, but for a crow, 800 pesetas. Ah, Nightwing! Hide the Gimp is actually a surprisingly accurate description of the sort of stuff that goes on here. If you're into sexual deviancy, you've come to the right channel, sir. And given that you're based off the DC character who... What's this now? who's mostly known for pictures of his butt in a skin-tight outfit, you've come to the right place. So, welcome, Nightwing. And we're playing as the character with a Batman gun, so it's as on-brand as it can be without just playing Arkham. Yes, find anyone else on Twitch who's willing to give you this level of boss walk, or boss wiggle, and gimpiness, and a Batman gun. I defy you. Do you know what, Murchie? I'm not going to give you the 11 grand I just found. It's mine. And I think this is the window... No, that window in there is the window that Ada shoots Vittoria's Mendes through later in the game when Leon first spots Ada in a shot best described as boobs first. So, yeah, foreshadowing or not? Is there still a Ganado in here? Yeah. Oh, it's a Lady Ganado. That's not how urinals work, ma'am. I think DC's big brother. I more know him as the arse of DC than the face of DC. I like Nightwing, but there's a whole thing about Nightwing's ass and the way it's sort of drawn to be extra round and firm. That basically, whenever somebody's complaining that the way a female character is drawn, they go, but look at Nightwing, and there's some pretty ass-tastic Nightwing pictures. Ada's always commenting on the cleanliness of sheets and dining accoutrements. She's, Un forastero, you! It's rude to un forastero. That's my one-liner. Ada doesn't generally do many, by the way, one-liners, but I've got you covered, Ades. Well, do you know what? If anybody's enjoying Nightwing pictures, I didn't care about the booty pics of Harley or whoever the hell they were complaining about. Let them enjoy Nightwing too. My philosophy is everybody gets their rocks off. Oh my god, who was roasting a chicken? That's not the recipe for chicken. I mean, I see where roast chicken's recipe feels like just roast a chicken, but there's more to it than that. Run, chicken, run! I mean, not into a chair. Yeah, that's a dead end too, but it's better. Better. Oh. Yes, Ada Wong, friends to animals, and we've got a gold egg. Anyway, we should probably get on with the very important mission of saving Leon. Oh god. I'm gonna make like a chicken and... That's a wall! Here's the fan of the hero part. Well, you know, we're heroes, we save the chicken, and we should be saving an idiot, but he's a long way away. Eat this! Today! That's a bit of a hairy moment, I thought I was going to make it. Alright, so... As with Resident Evil 4, I seem to have ended up with a massive surplus of shotgun shells. In the butt! In the butt! Shoot him in the butt! Oh, that's an iron butt! Wow. Chicken lives matter. I'm going to do what I can. Oh crap, I just killed the chicken, didn't I? Did the chicken survive the grenade? Chicken? He's fine, he's fine. The chicken's fine, the chicken's fine. The Spanish not so much, but the chicken's fine. Dude, the chicken's fine. It's so gratifying when you can trigger a melee attack using a melee attack. It's like, I got all this for no bullets at all. The first one you ever played was Resident Evil 4. That gives the rest of the series a lot to live up to, Nightwing. And speaking of the rest of the series, for those of you who don't yet know about my demented, insane crusade, this is the complete Resident Evil playthrough. For the most part, main games, but you know, when we're getting an Ada Wong wiggle like that, we're playing Ada Wong. We will be doing the complete series. I've already done 0, 1, 2, 3 in Code Veronica. After this is Revelations 1, RE5, Revelations 2, Resident Evil 6, 7 and Village. And possibly by the time we're done, the DLC for Village will be out. And it's heavily rumoured that the Resident Evil Village DLC will feature Ada. 2, 5 and 6, I can see 4, 5 and 6 because they generally get lumped together as the action series. But yeah, 2 must have been a bit of a system shock to you because that's It's got the over-the-shoulder action thing going on, but it's still pretty puzzly horror-y. But I think a lot of people would have skipped out on particularly the Revelations games, and I enjoyed them, particularly Rev 2 I remember being really good. So yeah, if you haven't followed already, just drop a follow and you'll be notified, fingers crossed, whenever we go live. We will be doing the whole series, mostly on Sundays, Mondays and Tuesdays, as depending. And I am currently trying to blackmail people into joining me for Resident Evil 5 and 6. I have no idea how well they'll track either, because I noticed the Twitch numbers went up a lot for Resident Evil 4. And I know it's a beloved game, but I was surprised to see just how drastically the uptick was. I don't really sort of navigate by numbers, so I'll be doing... If Revelations doesn't track so well, I don't care. I'm doing Revelations because it's on my schedule. I'll be interested to see how, like, doing the same series makes the line move. Because I know this game is special and beloved and widely regarded as one of the best games ever made by many people, including me. You have Revelations 2, but you didn't play Revelations 2. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I mean, as I said when we played it, it is a genuinely good game. I don't think it does a good job of capturing what I loved about Resident Evil 2. Which, to be fair, it doesn't try. It tries to stand as its own thing, and I think that's better than just making a sort of fan-wanky remake that offers nothing new. That looks... I want that. I want that shiny thing. I want that shiny thing. Okay, let's get shiny things. So we're back in the village. Nightwing, you're a champion. I shall... Ah! Spaniards! Spaniards! More Spaniards! Sorry, I was sidetracked by Spaniards. But yeah, Nightwing, hey, Spaniard. I love Spaniards. Don't attack me with your Spanish stick. If anyone who watches is Spanish, then, I hate you. I'm just kidding. You're probably fine. But if you know that guy, then tell that guy he's a dick in Spanish, obviously. Handgun, but I need this. I was about to get angry at not finding more treasure, but actually, I do need this. Ah, God, he's right there. So again, Leon has made the very quick trip. Yeah, this is probably something I should brace people for in advance. The Revelations games are sort of episodic. Revelations 1 titles everything Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3. And every 5 to 10 minutes it feels like you'll have to watch a recap of previously on Resident Evil Revelations. And you'll get a bunch of, like, highlights of the cutscenes you just watched, and then it'll be next time on Resident Evil Revelations. And there'll be a bunch of cutscenes you're about to watch. But the game wasn't episodic. They cut the whole episodic thing and just kept that. So the game is basically just constantly repeating itself, and it's weird. Revelations 2 genuinely was episodic until the end, when they kind of phoned it in. It's like, I won't spoil anything in advance, but there's one bit that just comes to a complete end and it doesn't really work. And then the other side of it has to be like really padded out to make it work. Kind of, it's awkward. We'll see as we get there, as they just go until we're there. But that's their main claim to difference from the main series, is that they tried episodicness, and yeah. But we'll see all about that next time. And we will see some fabulous outfits, darling, because the costume design in Revelations is absolutely crazy. Chicken, I saved your friend. Aren't I the best? Do you have an egg for me? Chicken? Chick. Right, you son of a bit. No, don't shoot the chicken here. Don't save a chicken, don't need to shoot a chicken. We're friends to animals now. That for a spinel. Yes. Face chicken justice. This is what you get for trying to roast a chicken alive, and why the hell don't my knife work? Okay, fine. Run. Chicken, are you on my side? Chicken! I saved your friend. Damn it! I just feel... I know for a fact that Tom in chat is like a professional hardcore Resident Evil player who does it really well. If you want to see someone play Resident Evil 4 incredibly competently, follow Kitty Rena V in chat, because Tom there does some really professional, like, skilled Resident Evil stuff. If you want to see somebody running around in a fight talking to chickens, welcome to my channel. Ow! Well, I don't care, I've got a fucking egg. Oh, there you go. Well, it's so nice for you all to gather like that. And bam. Give me cash. Oh, please tell me I didn't kill this cow. I don't want to be responsible for killing the cow. I'm not a vegetarian, I love hamburgers and stuff, I rarely kill the animals myself, and I'm trying to do like a sort of animal pacifist run here, apparently. Again, the amount of time I'm taking does not fit in at all with the time frame of Leon doing any of the stuff that Ada's reacting to. Ow! But I admire that they tried to make something canonical. Should probably get less greedy, but I'm going to want to buy stuff. Alright, get the fuck on with it, come on. And there's an awkward reminder I'm going to have to buy a rifle at some point. Yeah. But yeah, we're all expecting something that's going to very much date this video. Any day now, a potential Resident Evil announcement. Ow. You. And the jury's out on whether it'll be the first look at RE4 Remake or the first look at Resident Evil 8 DLC. I'm expecting it to be DLC. I will be very excited if they've added Ada Wong to Resident Evil 8 in some capacity, because apparently she was... This is the wrong way, isn't it? She was supposed to be in the main game when it was Revelations 3 and they cut her. So she seems like an obvious shoo-in for DLC. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't personally think... I'm sure Resident Evil 4 Remake is happening and we'll see it before the end of the year. Maybe it'll even be released before the end of the year, because there's generally one of these a year and that one's about up. I don't think we'll see that before they're done with Resident Evil 8. I think if they kind of went, here's that big remake of Resident Evil 4, which is going to be controversial just because it's a remake of Resident Evil 4, so by definition it's going to be controversial, putting aside the fact that everything is these days. It would be weird if they did that and then we're like, hey, remember Resident Evil 8? No one cares anymore, man, you've moved on. You dangled Resident Evil 4, even though Village is a really good game. I don't think they're going to publicise a new game and then go back to publicising the old game. I think that'll be it. I'll be happy with either. As long as it's not something stupid like when they unveiled the Tomb Raider cookbook for Tomb Raider's anniversary, or... Did you have any money? No. I just killed a baby bat for nothing. Sorry. Yeah. And just like Leon, Ada's head animation completely spazzes out when the bats are here. Oh no, the bats have moved on. It was funny in the main game watching Leon just kind of animate all over the place as the animations try to respond to every individual bat. And... still doing the dynamite thing. Yeah. Hold still. Did you get them both? Nice. See, a lot of the enemy placement, I mean, he was there in Resident Evil 4, and a lot of the traps in the puzzle literally are just carried over from RE4. Balls. Which to me does make this feel a bit last bollocks. A little bit lazy, but I mean, it's still nice. I mean, it's Ada Wong, it's separate ways, and it's RE4. A little bit of color cutting. I mean, like I say, the first version of this I ever played didn't even have separate ways. It was the GameCube version. So this, for many years, and it was a good. I think after the GameCube version, I never owned a PlayStation 2, and the first time I played a version of Resident Evil 4 that had separate ways, it might have been the 360 version. I would always look at this as like the forbidden chunk of Resident Evil, and the one I really wanted. Oh god, I hear. I have no idea how I survived that, but shut up. So oh, we're getting the ending cutscene already. Oh, damn it, we missed the bit where Leon meets Lewis and then they get knocked out and taken to another place to kill rather than killing them on the spot for some reason. So now we need to go back the way we came. Yeah, I think it's just backtracking. Yeah, just backtracking to where we just came from. Could do with a bit of health because I've got indigestion. Oh, I've got eggs. I've got eggs for days. Ada's getting her protein. The one thing they don't seem to have carried over from the main game is all those annoying bloody tripwires. Unforestero! For any other Ada Wong fans, the CGI movie, Resident Evil, Next Generation, I think it's Damnation. There's those 3 CGI movies, because obviously the actual Resident Evil movies were god-awful, and they did 3 CGI ones taking place within the canon of the games. The first one featuring Leon with the same voice actor from this game, and then from the voice actor with the voice actor from Resident Evil 6 for the remaining 2. And the second one, which is undoubtedly the insanest and therefore most fun, has Ada in it, voiced by, not by Sally Cahill sadly, but by her actress from RE4, whose name I forget. Courtney Taylor? Citation needed. Okay, so when we come here as Leon, I will finish that thought, don't worry. This is where the cupboard is that we find Lewis in, and then it's destroyed by Mendez, I think, or by somebody with an axe. No, Leon gets thrown into it, that's it. And the Ganados seem to have cleared away even the rubble. It just seems that in this trashed up house full of broken bookcases and shit, that one broken bookcase was too much. That they had to clean up. This stuff's fine, but that one broken bookcase, or a broken wardrobe, yeah, that needed cleaning up. We'll leave all this. This is finished as it is, really, isn't it? Perfect. Beautiful. No, in the second film, Damnation, Ada Wong's in it, and there's an insane kind of girl slow motion kung fu scene with her and this like Russian martial artist where they're both kind of cutting each other and they like cut each other's clothes off, and then like you see Ada's bra strap at one point, and then they're cutting each other down to their underwear, and it's absolutely camply amazing. And what is blow up? Oh, thank you. So I would actually recommend, of the CGI Resident Evil films, just Damnation, just for Ada Wong, because if you can't appreciate Ada Wong today, hey lads, of all days, on the day of the Ada Wong Appreciation Society here on You Know the Name, when can you? In the deck, shouldn't it? Oh. He blew himself up rather than be shot in the dick by me. I can kind of go with that. Right, back we go to save Leon. Some chicken pooped out 10 shotgun shells. That could not have been a pleasurable experience. Hey, doggo. See, normally you see dogs in a Resident Evil game, you would be well forgiven for shooting on sight, but this guy is actually just a good doggo. Not a smart doggo. Not a smart doggo at all. But, he's a good boy. We won't kill him. We'll likely be killing many other dogs as the game goes on, but he is okay. It was a doggo. By this point in Resident Evil 4, we'd saved a doggo. Okay, back to another village fight. Bang, bang, chickle. Oh, you tried to stick me. When I've got a bit of cash together, I will stop being quite so kill everything-y and just get on with mainlining it, because I feel I could just peg through separate ways in a heartbeat and it wouldn't take too long. But I do enjoy Resident Evil 4 too much to just not to savour the experience. You know, you don't wolf down a perfectly good steak, you savour it. And yeah, if you're wondering where between the cutscene of Leon being knocked out and Leon waking up in the main game, blimey, that's a lot. Leon's jacket went. That Ganado seems to have stolen it. why a parasitic mind-controlling organism would be fashion-conscious enough to steal Leon's jacket, we simply don't know. But, any questions? I did not think so. That felt good. When it comes to really good like audio feedback in games, that sound money makes in games when you get money in games and you get that kind of coin falling sound effect. It's just always makes it feel so damn good. They've always got more. I knew that was going to happen. Never mind, I've got enough eggs. You must be pretty rich by now. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to afford some good stuff next time we see Murchie. And yeah, there's Leon's badass jacket being worn by this guy for reasons we cannot possibly comprehend. Don't really... It is so annoying. Leon did this as well, the way that sometimes when you're done shooting they just seem to reload on their own, which, if you're planning a really cool melee attack, the window just passes. It does look like Leon's jacket, Ada. It is Leon's jacket, and it's a really awesome jacket. Why is he wearing it? This is a bloody good question. Boss walk. Boss wiggle. Boss wiggle. Bit too fast to be a boss walk. Farewell, Leon's jacket. You deserved better than to be left here. The really tragic thing is Leon passes back through here like at least once more. He could have reclaimed his jacket, but that was a cool tactical t-shirt underneath. Okay, here's the big cheese. Right, so in this point, we just saw Leon get captured, but he's already escaped from capture, gone through the mountain section, gone through the village section, gone through the underground section, and come back here. So now Leon's moving in much faster speed than Ada, storyline-wise. They've tried to make another side of the story. It never really tallies up perfectly well, but I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to point it out. How do you make these two things tally up? So let's save Leon, but we know how this goes. This is cool, you know, this is what Ganados do, they just hang out and chat. Yeah, there's Kennedy again. We remember this from that other game we played.
Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
Not the severest, as we found out. And there's Ada doing her Batman routine.
What? Same blood.
So it goes straight back in there. As I did when I played. Apologies again for the blurriness. It's basically barely upscaled from the PlayStation 2. We remember this, that's the first shot of Ada in the main game. This is where they met. That is the big cheese. This is back before Leon melted him. Hey, Hannah, long time no see. What's going on? Have you changed your name? You used to be mother of cats and now you're cat's mom. Okay, they tranquilize the darted Ada. They spend the whole game trying to recapture Ashley by throwing sticks at her. Could they not have just shot one of those at Ashley and saved themselves a lot of hassle? I know pointing out flaws with their plan has been my whole thing through RE4, and they are stupid, but... Oh, this is another thing I pointed out in the playthrough of the main game, which you may or might not remember. Well, we'll come to poking holes in their stupid... Well, there we go. She woke up just in time, and that's almost a very sexy shot. So, once again, not owned out of... Come on, there's 3 of them, I can't avoid that. Not only do the people who were trying to capture actually alive clearly have the tranquilizer means to do so, but never ever used them for no reason. What they just did was they had a clear shot at Ada, they shot her with a non-lethal tranquilizer just to take her somewhere else in order to kill her with a stick, which they could have done by just shooting her with something which was not non-lethal to begin with. What were we thinking? Oh, blimey, it's all gone tits up. Okay. But you know what, I've got eggs for days. I've got eggs for days. I mean, it looks like a sacrifice ritual, but to who? Again, we never really find out what the Las Plagas are worshipping beyond Sadler and the Plaga. And the Plaga's inside them, so... What's this sacrifice for? As a religion, I mean, I guess cults don't make a whole lot of sense generally to begin with. But there's never any explanation anywhere else. Also, when we examine this as Leon, we can't do it now, he goes, there's fresh blood in it. And I very astutely said, I wonder if we'll find out whose that is. And it was Ada's. It was Ada's fresh blood. There's never any indication anywhere else ever that they want to sacrifice anyone to anything. Ah, blimey. Well, there's not much I could do about that now, is there? So, yeah, I mean, maybe there's just more to the Las Plagas than we give them credit for, but... yeah. Even by the standards of this incredibly stupid villainous organisation, that doesn't make a whole great deal of sense. I mean, the alternative is Ada dies, and we don't want that to happen, so... You keep being stupid, you Las Plagas. You keep doing you. Also, where the hell are we going now? Oh, it's Julie nom time. Everybody wish Julie a good meal time. And, oh, sorry, Anna, I didn't see your... Yeah, oh, you needed it to match, okay. Well, welcome, formerly Anna, Mother of Cats, now simply Cat's Mom. Which you are. Anybody who likes Dead by Daylight streams would do well to follow Anna. She's a pretty regular DVD streamer at this point, I think. Which is a hugely popular game with a lot of people. Oh, okay, not that way. Or... okay, we need the key to the... I'm not going to lie, I've actually lost track of what we have to do now. I mean, we were rescuing Leon. And obviously that's off the table, because he hasn't got a sweet jacket anymore. That's where we came from. Let's just go the other way. And there's Salazar's castle, which is a lot bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside, and that's clearly two-dimensional stock asset, because that's how you did backdrops in the GameCube era. So we need the key to activate the lift. Now this can't be... no, that would just be poor game design. Yeah. To have need a key for a puzzle and then just put the key next to the puzzle, it's a key. No, that's just really true. Hey, yeah, Anna is here somewhere under her new moniker. Oh, Corpse, I tell you, the HD PC more, it makes me cry for the fact that I can't play it on console. It truly does. Hey, Darby, you're working on watching. I sincerely hope you're not a surgeon or anything. Because I watch at work all the time, and my work does suffer. My work involves the pointing and using of a theatre spotlight, and sometimes, like, the lead actors and actresses, they do get a bit of a shaky thing when I'm trying to type on a Julie stream or something. So whenever people say they're watching at work, I'm always like, oh, please don't be doing anything too vital and too... oh, this was set in something. These... no, I've got plenty. I don't need to... I don't need the treasure that much. Yeah, thank you. And I think we should also have... Let's do it.
Old stranger?
You cannot confirm or deny, but just... If they stop breathing, then just put the stream down, pick the scalpel back up, and don't tell the hospital what you've been doing.
Not enough cash.
Oh, Murchie. Well, the rifle's no... Okay, we'll sell one thing. No, we won't sell one thing. You know, we don't really need a rifle. So I'm guessing the key is for the gate at the bottom, and it's a classic putting the things you need to progress at the other end of the level over and over again. I read that as I am in IST space, and for a minute there I had the impression you were like on a space station doing something vital. It's like, well, you know, I could be putting this laser back together to shoot that asteroid, of course, that's going to wipe out humanity. But I'm just watching the stream, you know? So, oh shit, we hit the moon! Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Put the stream away, don't tell boss. Okay, so this was the site of a boss fight in the main game. I can't remember what's here in this game. Oh, it's just you losers. Oh, okay, there's quite a few of you. Yes, thank you, surround sound. I know there's more. Alright, you. Ow. No need to get screamy. Is there a ladder here? Yeah. For a panicky second there I thought the ladder was gone and that really would affect my plans. Ah. Well, you know how this goes. You too, come on. So yeah, watch your work by all means. I mean, I'm all for workplace negligence, especially in the name of entertainment. But of course I don't know what any of you guys do, so I'm probably more for it with some professionals than others. Yeah, I think there is a lot of kind of... All characters in survival horror games are kind of as fearless or as fearful as the player is to a large degree. Which is why it's hard for, like, boss Resident Evil players to play those horror games where you're like a scared little girl who's terrified and then the player gets the hold of the control pad and they just blast in like a boss and they don't care about anything. There was a bit of a... I think the term ludonarrative dissonance comes up a lot, which is an extremely fancy way of just saying that the gameplay and the story don't match. Like, I mean, one of the classic examples is I just finished... She might have the stitch. I mean, it's like, can I... There's no analog in this. I was hoping I could slow her down, because that would be a really good boss walk if she wasn't quite so fast. As though it's just a boss wiggle and showing off her ass. I mean, that's more the camera, but... I mean, let's face it, nobody's complaining about this right now. Nobody's complaining. But no, I just finished playing the Uncharted series again. And, yeah, when you've like got characters like, shoot him in the dick, shoot him in the dick, yes! Like Nathan Drake, who are kind of shown as lovable rogues, but in the gameplay they murder like literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. There is a bit of a disconnect there. And the same with the modern Tomb Raider games, where Laura's this like scared little girl who's just trying to survive, but in the gameplay she's gunning down entire squadrons of trained soldiers with a handgun. Ah, no, 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 no. And I guess you can get a little bit of that in horror games. Less so... No, 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 no. Fuck's sake. Forget not having any analog control does not make the sniping easy, but it does give us a chance to give our health an upgrade. Because obviously horror games by definition require the player to be scared, but it's hard for the player to be scared if the character isn't. I mean, a part of the reason... Motherfucker, that was a dick move on the game design. I can't see up and down with this camera. Part of the reason this game isn't considered horror by a lot of people is because Leon is rarely scared. He's like an ultra boss action hero who makes one-liners and... Oh, fuck this. oh, screw this. And like, you know, when he's confronted by a big monster, when Salazar turns into a monster, he's like, monsters, guess after this there'll be one less of them. And it's like a kind of cheesy action movie, almost Bruce Campbell kind of vibe. So you have no reason to be scared as a player when Leon isn't scared as a character. Which works for this game. I mean, one of the reasons I actually like the action era of Resident Evil, not to say I don't like the horror era, there's people who are like, oh, it's not true Resident Evil anymore because it's a bit more like an action game and yada yada. And I don't believe that. It just makes sense to me for these characters. It's like, we'll get around to doing Resident Evil 5, which completely drops the pretense of being an action game, being a horror game for action. It makes sense because you're Chris Redfield, and Chris Redfield has done this shit twice, so what, one in Code Veronica? He's been doing this shit professionally, and the story is he's taken it up as his full-time job. He has no reason to be scared anymore. He's used to it, and it makes sense to put the player in those shoes. And when Resident Evil 7 went back to being a horror game, they had to get a whole new protagonist who was fresh to it to put the player back in those shoes, and it worked. But I think now you're at the point where you couldn't do Resident Evil 9 with Jill Valentine, say, and not make it an action game, because why would Jill Valentine be scared of monsters hiding in the dark or zombies or any of that stuff anymore? She's done it a million times. I've lost track of where we're going because I'm talking so much. And that's kind of what's going on here. Ada comes across as fearless, which means she works for this, but for the protagonist in a horror game, you couldn't have Ada. You know, the Ada Wong campaign in Resident Evil 6 isn't great, mostly because of awkward design. At this point, Leon, I mean, it's actually one of the bits of character development I really like, in that Leon's gone from being a dippy rookie cop in the first game who's very idealistic and very fresh, and Ada basically wraps him around her little finger and completely manipulates him, to being a highly trained government agent with all this equipment and all these cool Batman moves and backflipping kung fu and jumping out of windows, and he's not scared anymore. Even his change to a completely different voice actor made sense. He's a different guy. He's seen stuff and he's had awesome training and he's an action hero now. And then when Ada turns up, their relationship in this game I just love, because he just does not take her shit anymore. At the same time, he doesn't like expect her to give him any answers or anything, but he just reacts with such resignation to, there she goes again, she's not going to tell me anything, she's just, Ada. And he even knows when she first turns up, it's like, it's not, oh my god, you're alive, it's like, yeah, I figured out you were alive and I knew you were working with Wesker, and I've been filled in between games and all the stuff that's happened, so we don't need to do any catching up. Leon's kind of on the same page as the audience, which is just a really good piece of writing. I can't remember what these are for.
What are you
And you know, it's the same people criticise Chris Redfield's massive muscles, but that made sense to me. You know, last time we saw him, he got the shit kicked out of him by Wesker, and he spent the following 10 years training to fight Wesker again. Of course he's going to get as strong as possible. It just made sense. At the same time, I can see where the series identity as... Oh, that little runt. Yes, I know where this is. He's got to go down here. The series identity as a horror game was kind of compromised naturally. Partly because the characters themselves had outgrown it, and partly because, oh yes, that's it, Batman. Partly because the audience had outgrown it. I mean, Code Veronica does all the same fixed camera angles, limited controls stuff that the early games did. It's not scary because we've seen it before. You know, when you walk past a zombie, there's a 50-50 chance of it getting up and attacking you. It's, hello. You know, you start to get the beats of it, and the players would then be in a place of more experience than the characters. And if you played as a new character who's scared of it all and seeing it for the first time, but the player's going to be a jaded veteran like your Chris's, your Leons, your Jules, and your Claires who've been through this shit. And yeah, that's my incredibly nerdy analysis of the shape of the Resident Evil series. We'll go into it more, whether you like it or not, as we get to the later games in the series, but... Oh, right, yeah, it's an L jig. Do we have the ammo for this? Not sure if we do. But I kind of like seeing them grow into kind of action hero badasses, and especially with the likes of Chris and Jill, the fact that they had the whole BSAA thing and became like a monster fighting duo. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. You survived this horror game, but rather than just go and have a normal life and forget it, you literally just made it your job to do this. Can we? Yes! Ada seems to have got some of Leon's animations there, but... Come on, L-Jig, we can... L-Jig... Oh. That was easier than I was expecting, so... Yeah, I genuinely forgotten that he was here. I know Resident Evil 4 reasonably well. I'm not nearly as familiar with Separate Ways. Like I said, I didn't play Separate Ways until about 15 years after Resident Evil 4 came out because of the GameCube thing. Which is why I like it. It's like a bit like playing some Resident Evil 4 for the first time. Could I? Do I go through this door or do I go up that hookshop place? Yes. Ah, it's the cabin, yes, and I have a feeling... Yeah, Darby was just saying that Ada was planned for Resident Evil 8, and the DLC for Resident Evil 8 is expected to be announced imminently, and the strong rumour is, and I think it might be true, that they're going to have Ada in the DLC. Yeah, so we missed the cabin shootout, but when Lewis inexplicably just walks out after the cabin shootout, who would he walk into?
Hey, señorita, got a light and some smokes to go with it to make my day?
Where's the sample?
Okay, we skipped the foreplay. As a matter of fact, I was just going to get it. Where's the love, baby?
Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, when Lewis openly admits he's not very good with the ladies,
Okay, lady.
he's not
Where
lying.
do you stand on all of this? Exactly what kind of group are you working for?
There are some things in the world better off not knowing. This is
Summertime?
Fine, I can take a hint. I don't care who you are, as long as you get rid of that old man and his religious friends.
And I do love this game. The story isn't its strongest point, even though I do love it. It actually makes a lot more sense when you see Ada's side of things. Sort of the whole third-party Wesker thing is a big part of the main game. Yeah.
Among all the people involved in this, Luis Serra.
Yeah, I'm hoping...
He works for no
I mean, let's face it, if you played Resident Evil Village, it's trying its little arse off to be this game. It is really... Did Summertime say hi? Summertime says hi, Julie. I'm just talking over this.
It was a stroke of luck.
Yeah, so I wonder if the DLC is going to take a form of, like, another version of Separate Ways.
So we sent the email to
I mean, as obvious as it would be, I kind of want to play from Chris's angle, because it feels like the game's leaving that wide open. Chris is there for the whole time, but you only see him in bits. It's like, I guess when I played it, they might have been setting that up. If anybody wants the story, then...
He's accumulated a pile of data and pieced it all together.
But yeah, I don't know if they'll introduce Ada, because I think Ada was there back when Village started life as Revelations 3. Presumably, like the first two Revelations they were going to base it all on like legacy characters. And hey, Tom, we're just talking Resident Evil. You missed nothing at all. Yeah, I think when Revelations 3 became Resident Evil 8, that would be when they brought in Ethan, because it's very much a sequel to Resident Evil 7. And I imagine, and again, this is conjecture, but I would imagine it's about there that Ada got the... If they can work her in, great, but she has no presence whatsoever in the main story, so you'd have to do something else. But, I can think Ada and Lady Demetress could make a fun pairing. I'd watch that. I wasn't paying any attention to that, but Ada wants the thing... Ada wants a thing, is what's going on. This whole conversation is probably going to look very dated very soon, because there's a big Resident Evil announcement coming, or maybe coming, apparently. I don't think it's going to be RE4 Remake, I think it's going to be the DLC, just because, as I was saying earlier, I don't think they're going to showcase a new Resident Evil game while trying to sell DLC for the old one. I think when that's done, maybe circa E3 we'll see something. We remember this scene. We skipped straight to it, no preamble.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Yeah, Leon don't take no shit from no ladies no more. After what you gave him in RC. Again, where she got the sunglasses for this scene, we don't know. If she'd been wearing them in separate ways up until this point, that could have been kind of cool. But, no.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
More well, the same flirting.
Leon.
Yeah, no, Village started life, I think before it was Ethan, and before it was first person,
So
it was,
is true.
they've openly said it was Revelation
True.
3.
About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I mean, when you see the trailer and think
I see
RE4
you've been
remake,
doing your homework.
it very
Why,
much echoes
Ada?
Resident Evil 4, but snowier.
What's it to you?
And that's in the game as well. It
Why are
kind
you
of makes
here?
me wonder
Why'd you show up like this?
why... Darbu, you and your wife got issues.
See you around.
So then Ada jumps out the window, and as you'll remember, when we were Leon, we ran outside to see where she went, but she had just Batmaned away. Turns out she was just down in the garden all the time.
Luis has succeeded in recovering.
All rise for Albert Wesker.
He's waiting in the castle. Get in contact with him ASAP.
Understood.
And that US government lapdog, Leon.
If you do happen to encounter him, put him out of commission. We can't let him interfere with our
I love that
plan.
his shots of Leon are in the
He has no
RPD
idea what's
uniform.
going on.
Again, what's wrong with her phone? She's like,
He's a survivor of Raccoon City. We can do without.
who talks to their phone like this? Who FaceTimes like this? Oh no. Wesker's demanded that Ada kill Leon. But she has feelings for Leon. What will she do? So yeah, as Leon, just get in the fucking game. We ran out onto the balcony to see where Ada was, but she disappeared. Actually playing as Ada, yeah, it turns out she was just standing down here in the garden. Hey Leon, can you see me? Can't hear anything I'm doing because there's about to be a massive shootout right under your nose. It's kind of like the Village sequence at the beginning. We just have to accept that both of these happened at the same time, but...
Welcome.
Yes, but no, going back to what we were saying, Village evokes Resident Evil 4, both in the trailers and in the game, so hard. You kind of have to wonder what the point is of remaking Resident Evil 4. I don't doubt for a second that they will, but it's just like, all the bowgun. Or do we want the rifle scope? I think we need the rifle scope more.
Come back.
Yeah, I mean, Village is good, but it's trying so hard. It feels fan-baity. Maybe that's why Ada can never get close to anybody, because she's far-sighted. It's nothing personal, Leon. She literally just can't see you from any closer. Okay, yeah, big shootout time. Plus, Ada does not have the penetrative power of Leon, and also, fuck you. Leon's 5-man penetrating gun. Hmm? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, this is bad. Alright, enough of your nonsense. And, come on, come on. Yeah. Oh, I just... okay. I can hear somebody shooting that crossbow at me. And I think it's time we did something about that. And more importantly, had some health boost. Come on. Maybe that's why it's called Resident Evil Revelations. The revelation is Ada putting on a pair of glasses for the first time and going, oh. Cut to credits. The dumb thing about the Resident Evil Revelations series is none of them actually really reveal much of anything. Oh! Hi! Okay, that thing can take a hell of a lot of putting down. Or can it? This way. There you go. Oh, Ada still has Leon's bizarre 15 frames per second animation. That's nice. I forget where we're going in the castle. I mean, separate ways kind of railroads you in one direction, so I'm not worried about getting lost too much. No, the risk of jinxing it. No deaths yet. One restart when I thought of... That was not planned. It was not planned. Yeah, no, I don't need to watch the fucking cutscene. Yeah, no, we get it. Come on. There we go. So, perspective thus gained. Bowgun bolts? They're taking a lot of space for something we don't have.
Welcome.
To do things a bit...
Oh,
shut up.
What are you selling?
A bit differently, and to make us all forget that embarrassment, let's buy the bowgun instead. Can I afford the bowgun? I can't afford the bowgun. Oh, I can't even begin to afford the bowgun. Okay, I'll save up.
Come back any time.
And yeah, hi lads. Bye lads. And... oh god, there's bloody sides. Oh god, two of them. There's two of them. And you aren't animating. Do we have any yet? Okay, one top of things, one top of things. Is that spider gonna skip? Yes. And it missed. Oh, yeah, went out. Wow, this stream went south real fast. Also, how did that spider survive the flash grenade? Oh, don't make me go for this bullshit every time. Yeah, skip, 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 skip. Don't make me skip 3 different map screens. And now that. Thank you. Okay. Murchie, we'll be back. We'll be back. You clipped the... oh, I knew one of you bastards to clip that. Oh, I won't live this one down. Do you know, I used to consider myself a pretty decent gamer, and then Twitch happened. Oh, Darbu. Massive air quotes. Thanks. And I didn't buy the scope. I don't need no scope. I'm just thinking, oh, this thing's got a scope. This thing already zooms in. Why did they even go down there? You are responsible for that clip. I just don't like you, Palpatine. Come on, stick your head out. Come on. There you go. And yep, there you go. Great. Where's that other thing? I know it's out there. I am in no mood for your nonsense. Right. Can't believe you clipped that. Oh, my followers are the best. Feels weird describing people as followers in a game about a cult, but, you know. When you start sacrificing hot Asian chicks to me, don't do that. I'm going to be going for Julie. Ah! Where the hell did you come from? Cult or viewers, I mean, as far as I know, you guys don't worship me or wear the robes I designed. That's one of my other internet escapades. And if you guys want to join the cult of Jamieism, then, you know, let's talk. I mean, to be fair, it's mostly a Resident Evil 4 based cult, because that's the best kind. Well, welcome, my loyal Jamieites. Ah, that's just a fucking blind corner, come on. For that, I'm gonna shoot you in the... oh, I can't shoot you in the dick anymore. Yeah, so, if you can all just, in your day-to-day lives, now you've joined my religion, learn to speak enough Spanish to sound like these guys. You can either wear robes or dirty villager outfits, I don't care, and just walk around. I'd say I appreciate the clip, which I do, but I'm still kind of salty about the fact that it happened in the first place. But you know, I'm more than willing to suffer for your amusement. It's kind of like the Roman Colosseum approach to entertainment. It's like you can't watch me get fed to a lion, so you've got games like this to just give you the same proxy thrill. Yeah, you may have missed, but we're starting a new religion based around me, and it's going to be a me/Resident Evil 4 based religion. So yeah, do you know what I mean? You don't have to dress as a Ganado or as a Lost Illuminado. You can dress as like anyone from Resident Evil 4, really. That would be the greatest honor to me. They. I just wonder what like the meeting was like before they decided on how they were going to go to work for the day. Because I've worked in the service industry in time. It's like you have a meeting with the manager where you discuss stuff and stuff. Okay, so Colin here, yeah, you in the red. You're gonna stand in front of this box, okay? Now just stand there. You're guarding that. We're not going to give you a weapon, but we're going to stick like a plaga down your neck. There he is. No, it's one of those ones that detaches. And yeah, don't look in the box. Don't look in the box. Whatever you do, come on, come on. And it's very important that you protect this box of 5 rifle bullets. No, we're not short on rifle bullets. We just need you to. These five are like they're like Salazar's 5 favorite bullets. They have serious sentimental value. Yeah, we can't just leave them in a barrel like all the other rifle bullets. These ones, we need someone to keep an eye on it. We need someone we can trust. We need someone special. And you know what? You know what, Colin? We trust you with this job, and only you. No. There's other guys in the red hood standing by those other chests. They're something else. They're something else. Yeah, we'll give you the money. I mean, we'll pay you up front. Basically, we'll give you a small handful of pesetas. And you can keep that. You just hold that for yourself. Yeah, we could buy more bullets, but these ones we just... Oh, wow. Guess he was carrying the CD player. Yeah, these ones you can keep, but no, those rifle bullets... I'm just going to go talk to the other guys in red who are standing by chests. Nothing to do with you. Completely different jobs. But you stand here, and don't forget to smile and say have a nice day. Oh, you haven't got any lips. Oh, you can only say death in Spanish. Well, do that repeatedly forever. So after all that, we fought our way back to the bedroom where we had the confrontation with Leon. Meaning the story progression for the Ada-Leon meeting is Ada confronts Leon about here, points her gun at him like so. They get into a bit of a kung fu fight kind of thing. Leon beats Ada, which is a good bit of character development for him. He's not taking a shit anymore, etc. Ada, who's wearing a bomb on her face, throws the bomb on the floor to distract Leon, which is exactly what the bomb was on her face for. While he's distracted, runs to this window, waits here patiently for the distraction to wear off, says, "Bye, Leon!" and then jumps out of the window and Batman's away. Leon goes, "Where the hell's Ada?" Runs out here to realise that she's just Batmaned away somewhere, but in actual fact, she was just standing right there wearing bright red. Had a massive shootout through there, which she only got in to escape Leon, only to fight her way back to where she was to begin with, and then carry on normally. Yes, I am pedantically going to reveal every strange decision that's made in this story, because I want to know what she was thinking. If she'd just not revealed herself to Leon in the first place, she could have saved herself like a seriously long round trip. Resident Evil, it's a special series. As in, you know, I'm sorry my dog ate your shoes, he's a special dog. To make matters worse, Murchie's cleared out. So we can't spend all our money. What are we doing now with finding Lewis? This way? Yeah. So now we're doing the castle thing. Boss. Move. Oh, bugger, I remember what's coming up. It's that really hard cage room with the Garrador. Pretty much, yeah, but in order to do so, you had to go through a really hard shootout and kind of embarrass yourself. Again, that's why I'm not sure Ada would make a... Oh, bum, okay. Oh, wait. Would make a compelling lead character, because she seems really cool and in control from Leon's outside. Oh, I love this. You can read all the menu stuff as Ada, even though I don't think we do the same puzzle again. Yeah, pretty depressing thought. So none of this means anything to Ada because the whole puzzle thing, Leon's blown the bottle up already. Leon did this while Ada was fannying about in the garden with a fight that she has no one to blame but herself for. Yeah, she had to go back and get her wallet, but it wasn't even that. She had to go back and get nothing, but she still had to go back just through poor planning. And like I say, she wouldn't be a great lead character because I think a lot of the cool mystique would be gone when you realise that she's just making it up behind the scenes. I'm gonna want to... Oh, I kept doing this in the main game. Actually, no, because Ada's got less health. There we go. Well, at least I've barely died so far. So, I expected to die a lot here as Leon, and I survived. They dropped a Garrador. Yeah, there he is. Oh, Christ. Okay, so... not much I can do here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't expect to make it that far, so... you guys not making this any easier. Okay, Gary. I'm going to assume the Garrador's called Gary. Lives in there. He's found his way out. This didn't happen to Leon. This could be a problem. But again, it's just a case of they've recycled the exact same trap in the exact same place, and as a player of the original, like the main game, it would have been kind of nice if they'd remixed it for new players, but separate ways does feel a little repetitive. Damn it, Gary! Okay, so now he's got to find his way back into the cage. Yeah, I mean, how cool was Ada in Resident Evil 4? Is it anywhere near as cool... Take a closer look. Ah, that's right. When you see that she didn't just Batman away, she then just kind of fannied about for a bit and had to Batman straight back to where she was because the whole thing was a complete waste of time. Is it that cool when she swoops in at the beginning and shoots Mendez in the back and saves Leon, when you realise that she immediately got knocked out and sacrificed? And yeah, it kind of makes her look a bit like a bumbling idiot who just looks like she's very competent but gets lucky a lot. Kind of like James Bond. Which to me just makes her more relatable and adorable. I still love Ada. Walkie, walkie, walk. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do not have time for this. I mean, I do have time for this. I don't have the patience for this, is what I mean. Oh, there's Gary. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Alright, I'll work with that. Yeah, that was impressive. So... it's okay to be impressed, by the way. I need to find now a glass of some description to put in there. I think that might be a treasure thing, because I don't think it's needed to progress. We'll be fine. We're good. Are we good? I'm collecting those. I don't have a bowgun. That's a weird thing. The bowgun was always a Claire Redfield thing in Resident Evil 2, but it wasn't in the remake. But now Ada's got a bowgun. Also, where the fuck am I supposed to be? Oh, I'm guessing, yeah. Well, hello, Murchie. Oh, it just reminded me I forgot to come back to this area when I was playing Resident Evil 4, the main game. And there's a whole bunch here. You go through it as Leon, but when you've got Ashley, you can come back and unlock a bunch of stuff. I completely forgot to do that. Not that I needed it. Murchie, I'm assuming this stuff isn't yours. Otherwise, I'm literally just paying you back in your own money, but you seem weirdly okay with that. I don't think you've got a good sense of how the economy works. Alright, yeah, shut up. Ruby, yeah, Spinel, yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know what? I'm going to make another terrible decision and just sell all these off, because I think I've either sold or missed whatever they go in. So, now we can buy... a bowgun, or... Well, we're going to need the attaché case before we can even carry the bowgun, so...
Come back anytime.
We didn't do a lot of this in the main game, just time for RE4 Tetris. One of the more bizarrely entertaining parts of this game. But I do love RE4 Tetris. We won't linger too long on this, because it is still me just shuffling items around, but there's something very cathartic about having all your weapons in one spot, or like lined up nicely. I generally keep all my guns horizontally on this side. Nope. Alright, do you know what? Yeah, we'll definitely come back for you. No. And we'll put you there. Healing items never last long enough to really be an issue, so we'll just bung you up there. I see a lot of the pro players, they literally have like all their grenades perfectly lined up, sort of like this kind of thing, which I guess I'm doing. I don't do that. I kind of keep Resident Evil 4 the same way I keep my room. They keep all their ammo lined up. I never have ammo long enough to line it up. Yes. Yes. Okay, put it like that. It doesn't look like we have much space, but that should do. That should do. That was, again, just so satisfying. Does Diablo? I still to this day never played Diablo. I'm always put off by anything that looks a bit too numbersy. Julie, are you eating again? If so, then more power to you. Share the recipe is what I say. I can do this as long as you can, Marsky. You ate too much. Julie, what did you have for dinner? I must know. Urgh. Camera's not really playing ball there. Okay. Again, this just seems to have a regular scope. I'm not really sure what I was missing by not having the scope. Games that are more enjoyable played in co-op. We will get to Resident Evil 5. Yeah, I've looked at Diablos and been tempted a few times. It just seems like there's a bit of a staggeringly high barrier to entry because they look a bit complicated. Plastic grapes at the time, British snacks. Unless you had a lot of that, Julie, that sounds more. Well, see, in the main game, we need to boost Ashley up there. She'd open the door, and then we'd get in. Ada does not have that problem. Not sure what you're doing here, dude. See, this guy seems to have had a guarding job that actually makes a degree of sense, because we're going to put you in the vault with all these treasure chests. I mean, we'll see what's in the treasure chests. A single hand grenade. Well, I feel really good about guarding that. A pot plant. The hourglass we need. That's actually something that's valuable. That being said, if the guy is to guard all this valuable stuff, give him a weapon or something. I mean, he didn't even have like a stick or a pickaxe or a pitchfork. This guy has a weapon. And he's got a target on the back of his head. I mean, yeah, I just noticed that before. He's got a literal target on the back of his head. Bullseye! Bullseye again! Sadler, my dude, if you're going to have henchmen, don't literally paint targets on their heads. It's like, it's not that I couldn't work that out to begin with, but yeah, you're kind of helping somebody who might be looking to score some sweet headshots. This is where the giant bugs... Oh, I should have gone this way instead. Okay, it doesn't really affect things too negatively, and I'm going to find some cool stuff. It's RE red shirts, but they're all red shirts. They've all got targets on them. It's like a Star Trek crew comprised entirely of red shirts. That ship isn't lasting long. And you're getting firmly aided as we speak. Oh, you didn't have a target on your head. Gee, where's their suit? I'm open to recommendations. Oh, I'm gonna miss RE4. I do like Revelations a lot, but its shooting isn't great. I mean, it is a 3DS game. And it's got like a regular over-the-shoulder reticule system. Are you a detacher? Yeah. No time for your nonsense, thank you. Can't get it open. How odd. A locked door. Well, this must be it. The weapons are more valuable than the people. I mean, given that relatively few enemies in this game have projectile weapons, yeah, maybe so. But then again, the merchants, right? Could they not have talked to the merchants at any time? He's got shit tons. Even the ones you can't buy when you walk into his house, and he's got like assault rifles on the wall. You can't even find assault rifles in this game. I don't think Leon can buy an assault rifle. Alright, hourglass in place. We're some significant way behind Leon now. But we're going to rescue Lewis, because we like Lewis, because... We're going to rescue Lewis! See, we never saw any of this in the main game. This is not any kind of cutscene. Leon was in there when we played him, but we were not having a big...
I'm sorry, but I can't be seen with you.
Actually, seen by who? The only person who wants you... And there's Leon! See, the computer's controlling Leon where we would have been controlling him normally. It's very simplistic. We can't get in there, and we just have to accept that Ada walked right by unnoticed. There he goes. And now we're going to start having gunfight in the same place as Leon. Yet again, we just have to admit that he couldn't hear any of this. Nothing. Leon couldn't hear any of this, not at all. Can we go in? Alright, so if Leon's even, I'll have to finish him off. Wow, see, Ada really wants to save Leon. Anyone who's shipping those two, and that's kind of Capcom's intended way of doing it. Yeah. See, Ada does care about Leon, despite how she acts. Despite letting him fall in love with her and then believe she was dead. I'm about to die. I'm gonna have to eat my golden egg. Oh, you made me bend all the way over for that thing and didn't even have anything in it. That's just a... Oh. Fine, have two. Okay. Well, I saw that glimpse up there. Ooh, Murchie's gone. Where does Murchie go when he's not here? Flash with it! Oh, you bloody Dilophosaurus. Ah, screw you guys, I'm going home. Oh, this doesn't look familiar or worrying anyway. Oh, we know the sounds of that weird wailing down there. This is one of the more interesting cutscenes, I think, but we remember this. It's our good friend Lewis.
Got it.
Penetrated to death from behind. So much blurrier than it was last time.
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
This actor just seems to love every line he says.
Stay with me,
Love it.
Lewis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it.
I don't think we need to see the entire cutscene again, game.
Lewis!
Nice dramatic scream.
Lewis!
In his face, apparently. Traditionally it's a on your knees scream at the heavens, but screaming it into a corpse's mouth, I guess, is also good. And yeah, it turns out for this entire scene, Ada was standing like 12 feet away just behind a pillar. That I like. I mean, some of this stuff kind of underplays Ada, but it's like, yeah, this seems like the kind of stuff she did.
I found Louise. Unfortunately, a bit too late.
Did you retrieve the sample?
No, Sadler has it.
You know he can probably hear you both, right? He's like 12 feet away.
There will be another time. Have you had a chance to eliminate Leon?
Not yet.
If that's the case, then maybe we can capitalize on his little lucky streak. Take advantage of the distraction he is causing for Sadler and his followers to retrieve the sample.
Again, when you're hiding behind a little pillar, maybe just pull your phone in a bit. And like I say, Ada's very, very cool and mysterious, but when you see behind the scenes, and you see that, where was Ada all this time? She was like 12 feet away, hiding behind a pillar like this. It does kind of undercut it a bit. It's like, no, she was just hiding behind bits of furniture and going round in massive redundant circles just to avoid Leon to look like Batman. It makes Batman this cool. I mean, he does some
Jack
weird shit.
Krauser has been the subject of extensive study and
Ah,
research by the
Krauser.
organization. His skills and personality have been tested both on and off the battlefield.
Krauser has a
If
personality.
he weren't the best, he would become a liability that would jeopardize the rest of us. My conclusion? He's a great soldier. No more, no less. As long as he's well compensated, he shouldn't cause any problems for us. If he
The looks of
does
that big
start to
fleshy
think
arm,
the
I'd say he
rest
might
of
be a
us,
little
I can
overcompensated.
take care of him. I've studied his combat style and can deal with that arm of his if necessary.
But I'm sure that
Krauser
won't come up.
answers directly to Wesker, and it was Wesker who decided that Krauser should be sent to spy on the cult. He also decided to send me along. I wonder if it wasn't to keep an eye on Krauser. No doubt, Krauser has already fallen to the temptation of Las Plagas. and the power they represent.
So his arms are
This
less
could have dire
Plagas? Shouldn't he be under
consequences for the organization.
control?
On some level, however, this may be a necessary development, as his role is to disrupt this
So,
farce of
just
order.
like in the main game, Krauser's basically non-existent until he just pops up out of nowhere and
That
someone
said,
just decides
the
he's...
stage and its players
important
will
somehow.
ultimately come crashing down in the end. Bad luck for him. But he'll play the patsy in the end and take the fall for all of us. That's why I need to make
How?
sure things keep going exactly
How is
as they
Krauser
are.
taking the fall for anyone, though? He just kind of... What is he there for? Anyway, that's Ada's thoughts on Krauser. We're getting through it. I think that was this is chapter 4. That's in Resident Evil logic. Wesker sent a guy to spy on a cult that he doesn't trust, so sent a spy to spy on him, who he also doesn't really trust. Chapter 4. We're making good time.
What's
We
the
saw this
news on our
cutscene.
friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
You had a game. What was your game?
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker.
Would you want to form a
If you
trust
try to
circle with
do
Krauser and
anything
Wesker?
clever, I will kill you.
Is that so?
Anything to hold Ada's
You know,
hand, I suppose.
I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
No, Krauser, she
Yeah,
did. She met him like in
we'll see.
1998 in Resident Evil 2. These are just... This is just numbers. This is dates, my dude. Do the phone thing.
Quite a jolly mess.
No,
you've
not
made,
trying this
Leon,
time.
But all for the better. Sadler's
That's such an early
people
2000s device.
Their destruction is only a matter of time now.
Once he gets Ashley back, his job will be finished.
That would have looked like
Long
sci-fi when this game came out, but
No
now it
one
looks like an
leaving
old
Leon with
Motorola.
Krauser. Hurry up and retrieve the sample.
Maybe you forgot, Wesker. I don't always play by your rules.
Cool but needlessly over-elaborate phone case. You don't need a phone holster to go on your leg that has a mechanized wheel to turn your phone slightly sideways. But now, we're saving Leon from Krauser, apparently. What? No, just give me the fucking game. Alright, so... now this is one of the not technically new areas, because while they did obviously put some effort into including this as a bonus, they didn't put much effort into separate ways, so I think there's only one wholly new area made for it. But what they've done here, if I remember correctly, yes, this is where the big truck chase happens in the main game, where the merchant now lives, I guess. Do you have any money? I have some money. But what they did is they took the truck chase out and they made a regular on-foot level out of it. So it's an original level you couldn't experience in the main game, technically, but also a repurposed bit of geometry they already made. So it's a good way of doubling up. Oh, can we? No. No, Murchie, no. So yeah, we did blast through here in an on-rails shooting section. I really missed that penetrating handgun. Makes things a bit better. Okay. Why do I even waste the handgun bullets at this point? I've got more than enough shotgun shells. Yeah, wibbly head. YouTube? Nope. Oh, swing yourself. Well, if it isn't Grant, eh? Hello, Grant. Welcome. We're streaming. Oh, we're just shooting a guy in the dick with a shotgun. Twice. Ow, Christ all fucking mighty. Oh, I'm dead. Grant, you turn up and I'm dead. I haven't died at all stream. You guys shut the fuck up. But, yeah, it's been the perfect stream till you turned up, Grant. The perfect stream. And now I'm dead. So... I want everybody to know that this was Grant's fault and I wasn't responsible for any of it, really. In fact, I think you should wipe off all the deaths we've already had, which didn't happen, obviously. Shut up is the point. Anyway, starting chapter 4 again. Shut up, merchant. And how are you, Grant? Regale us with tales from your life. Oh, I hate the non-analog controls! Alright. Let's get serious. You're good, you're good. I know I'm asking you lots of questions and giving you things to answer, and I'm pretty sure you're typing on a touchscreen or something like that to make it extra fiddly, because I'm a bastard. Actually, okay, now I feel better, and Batman. So yeah, basically the setup here, because this kind of doesn't follow the entire plot of Resident Evil 4, because then you have to remake the whole game, is that I saw a hookshot prompt. I saw one, didn't I? Leon is engaging in, or shortly will be engaging in, the knife fight with Krauser. I'm confused. I'm lost. Could have sworn I saw a hookshot prompt. Oh, big lad. Okay. I mean, this just gets me one barrel, so... Julie is on stream. She just... I think she popped off to have dinner or recover from dinner. Something to do with dinner. Yes, Grant knows Julie. But she will pop up. Hey, a cat. Oh, it's on the other side. I can't... Yeah, there's no way you could possibly reach through there, Ada. You have a literal Batman gun and can fly, but reaching over a bit of metal is beyond you. Okay, we're kind of at the point in the game now where enemies don't really care about pistol ammo anymore. So let's just funnel them all in here, nice and together. Come on lads, together now. More together than this. I'll take it. Oh boy. Ooh, elbowed him so hard that his head exploded. Okay. I can feel myself kind of slowing down. Maybe it's fatigue and age. I should probably kill that guy. These guys are huge and very well armored, but, oh. Yes, I believe that's what's known as the nick of time. Title drop, title drop. Yeah, I see what they did there. So not doing great for health. Yes, I hate you guys. You guys suck. Oh, helmet guy, eh? In that case... Yeah, didn't think to wear a cup, did ya? Think you're so smart with your helmet. Well, I showed you. Anything back here? I know you want me to hook shot up there, but yes, yes. Not my first video game, dudes. Yeah, can I have the camera back, please? Thank you. Oh, I don't need that antique cat. There we go, I like this Batman. I really resent when I get stuck in this game and I can't Batman out when I know I've got a grappling hook. Ludonarrative dissonance. Ah, now this is the completely original area that wasn't in Resident Evil 4 to any degree. It's the hitherto unheard of battleship. Yeah, Sadler for some reason has his own battleship. Which I'm going to assume there's doors at that end because I'm just questioning how the hell he got it in here. That's closed off. I can get it in sideways. There must be a door at the other end. So this is Separate Ways' big original bit. There's only one bit of original content in Separate Ways, and this is it. Which, to be fair, they could have got away with just not doing at all. By this point in the game, I don't think anybody would have been expecting original content. It's also one of the most ball-achy bits of the game and not a particularly enjoyable bit. So we need a key. Let's just see if we can breeze through this painlessly, shall we? The answer, very likely, is no. But the best part is, I'm not going to die once. Not once! Okay, yeah, he's going to throw things when the game starts. I can't do a whole lot about it. And easy come, easy go. Oh, let's take a whack. Are you gonna... Wow, they're not even responding to shotgun shells anymore. These guys are a bit chewy. Ah, well, that's good timing. That's good timing. So if I stay behind these chunks of metal, is there anything up here that's good? Still can't really afford a bow gun, but I'll take it. Oh. So there's a machine gun turret and a rocket turret. Okay. And the one time Ada needs to use ladders and can't Batman around. Oh, there was the keep, bollocks. Back you go, Ada. You forgot the one and only thing we actually need. Ooh, invincibility from animations. Yes. So what are we doing here? Plants, more plants. Oh, I wanted that thing. Okay. If you're going to animate me into the path of the bullet, okay. You see why I don't like this section very much. This is where it basically goes Resident Evil 5 and goes just full action with a system that can't really handle it. So, yeah, not as polished as the main game. Very chewy, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We're not doing too... I think... Well, yeah, we will definitely make it through Separate Ways tonight because I'm not coming back to Separate Ways. There's not enough content here to get another stream out of, so... And, yeah, shut up. That's just a dick move game. See, that's the kind of dick design you don't really get in Resident Evil 4 main. The whole kind of cutscene's over, bam, take a hit, fuck you. No, Grant, you've got to avoid being shot. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna get shot just to show you who's boss. Yeah, no one see who's laughing. I'm just kidding, I overreacted because I was angry from being shot. I apologise, you were right. What the f- I was behind the... Okay. It does pain me that the original bit of the game is my least favourite bit of the game, but they put the effort in, what can I say? That is some man rage. That is some man rage. What I'm gonna do now? This guy there. Take that. Ugh. One bit of old school Resident Evil I could do without is the whole, when you pick something up, will you take the yes. We'll take the yes. Alright. We're doing okay. I'm just going to take this key back up here, ram it in the thing and go from there, because I might have been going about this the wrong way. I'm trying a new tack. Activation key blue, we have one. There we go. You too, you too. And then mine just blows up for no fucking reason. But you know what, it's fine, it's fine. That's less to shoot at us. Indecisive, but fine. Right, so now we can grab all this shit. I hate you, crossbow guys. And you could die. Right, pay attention, pay attention. Yeah, this kind of loses all tone for me. It's not got the kind of camp horror slash action tone, it's just kind of grindy action. There's also a big boat at the end of Resident Evil 5, if I recall. And it's also, it's similarly just somewhat overlong action sequence. We'll get there, we'll get there. Girly little hop. I'm not even going to try the whole... I'm always tempted in this game, and I don't know why, to keep using the pistol. And there's not really a good reason for it. So I'm just going to... a fair bit of rifle ammo, we can... Alright. Might not stay that way, but... when you're getting really close to that kit and then you realise you've no longer got a head. We've all been there. Yeah, just as in the main game toward the end it gets a lot actionier and a bit deathier. Separate Ways follows very much the same trajectory. Oh, don't auto-reload! Right. So let's just... I'm just going to blast through. Got these, obviously. Nope. That means shotgun. Twice. That's not good. Okay, so the key's up there. I can't remember this other than it's fucking annoying. Oh, do you think that's enough? I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. Oh, hello. Batman! What in the arse? I have no idea what that was. How do I... Where's the gun that I need to find? I have no idea. There's Julie! Back from her post-lunch nap. Oh, good. So can I use this now? Because yes. Great, because I'm not playing cat and mouse with the fucking gun turrets again. Okay, blow up one, they all blow up. Or do they? Alright, let's... Does this work on regular guys? Where are the remaining... Oh, this is just cathartic. Where's that? Ah. And that's blown up, so... Ah, crap. And... we're cornered, but this is what shotguns are for. Enough of your nonsense. I just realised there's a countdown and I don't know what for. I blame myself for that one. Oh, that's nice. The game actually pauses during those little unskippable cutscenes. I have to say, I actually appreciate that. Not during this unskippable animation, but we'll take what we can get. So yeah, at no point in the main game is Sadler's battleship ever mentioned, why he has one, how he has one, and what he intends to use it for. Or how he got one. I mean, all this time he's been sticking random dudes with no weapons to guard important key items, and it's like, yeah, you had no weapons, but you did have your own fucking battleship, so... I don't know who his stockist is, or how he prioritises his weapons shopping. There we go. Grant, chill, man. I'm far too cool to know the time. I'm not even sure where we're going, though. Okay, it's red. That's bad. Hey, there we go. That was it. 40 seconds on the clock. The whole stupid fucking battleship is now gone. Plus, it looks like there is a door at the other end of this place, thus answering my question as to how the hell Sadler got a battleship in here. Yes, there's a door. There's a door, I think. Or is there? No, actually, I'm not sure there is a door. How the hell did Sadler get a battleship in here? I want to know. Somebody who has a phone handy, Google how the battleship in Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways got in here, because I want to know. I cannot sleep until I know. Ah!
Welcome.
Alright, Murchie.
Got a selection
Shut
of
up.
what are you selling?
Right, what do we got to sell? Yeah, have a spinel and some of that shit.
What are you buying?
We'll take a bow gun.
Stranger?
That's all, stranger. Can we fit? We can't fit this, can we? Alright, we will... move that there. We don't need all the hand grenades. I don't even remember what the bow gun does, I just want one.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
Nice, nice. Well, as we previously discussed, I've taken over... Oh, this shoots exploding bowgun bolts, not just the regular crappy kind. I want to hang on to those then. My religion is now the Los Illuminados. I've taken over as a figurehead since Sadler died. So thanks for joining Los Illuminados, or Jamieism, as I call it. Yeah, it's a violent religion, but then have you read the Old Testament? Look, I've got a lot of ammo to get through, my dude, so... Oh, yeah, right, Right, you know what? I actually do need some salad, so there we go. I think this is also an original area. Or it could be something that's been repurposed from the main game. Oh, you're going to be a dick about this now, aren't you? Okay, let's... There we go. Now we will replace 15. Throw away 1. That's good maths. Oh! Bollocks. Now we're just gonna... Well, anyway. So, back to using shotgun shells. Especially on you. And we're gonna shoot your dick with a... How are you alive? Locked from the other side. Yeah, I no longer have any patience for your nonsense. Or your nonsense. It's fine, we'll find somewhere to go. Notice they put handy arrow signs around. Now, ever since I went all shotgun, these guys seem to be falling in line. And I'm not even going to get started on you bloody fiddly annoying crossbow arseholes. Or... Ah! Damn the slow fire rate in this thing. There's no worse feeling in a game. Shoot him in the dick and that happens. Oh, good God. Then when you're pulling the trigger and the gun just has a really slow fire rate and it's like mash, 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 nothing. Are you kidding me? Right, well you may have taken all my healing items, but you can't take my self-respect. Although since Ada's not doing her boss wiggle anymore, you took the wiggle out of Ada Wong, you absolute bastards. And for that... I'd say I'll kill you. I mean, I'm going to resume killing you. But I'm not going to stop doing the thing I was doing. No siree. At some point in all this, Leon's having the knife fight with Krauser. Yeah, I'm just going to basically keep shotgunning you until one of us runs out. I know these are later game enemies, but they're taking a frankly ridiculous amount of putting down. I know you want a hug. Right, it's getting a bit slow, but there's a lot of resistance here. But yes, this is no longer a pistol kind of game. In fact, it might not be the worst idea to just flat out sell the pistol. For the record, I have no idea where I'm going, I'm just kind of wandering forward. This is the locked door from earlier, right? I can hear somebody. You got yourself a bulletproof head, have you? Well, you know what I aim for. Yep. That's right. Right in the cock. Nope. Yeah. No, I'm always tempted to default to the pistol, but I really don't think there's any point here. I'm pointing this way? Who's... oh. Right in the dick, my dude. Right in the dick. That's what happens, it's right in the dick. Ah, this is Sadler's evil Palpatine room, which means... Yes, this is where Leon and Ashley crashed, where we can go back and get some treasure. I don't think there's anything the merchant has that we need anymore. Bowgun bolts, I think, are going to be awesome. I'm not using them, but they seem like mini rocket launcher rounds, basically. Yeah, this is Ashley's wonderful parking job. Damn it, Ashley, etc. But part of the streamlining for Separate Ways is there's no bits of paper to pick up, which just flat out tell you the story. I hear electric stickies. Where are you? I have the ammo for this shit, so... Okay, as always... Your friend from Texas. I'll take the money, but what's Murchie got that we need anymore? Oh, howdy. Nice to have very briefly met you. Anyone up here? I don't really have the patience for this shit anymore. Yeah. No. I'm assuming this is the right way. I know there's a whole bunch of stuff there. I'm just going by instinct. Oh! I hear two very manly men fighting in a very manly manner. I wanted to pick up the Velvet Blue game, not a hookshot. Ah well. This looks familiar. Now we know how Ada got there in time. Not very quickly, basically.
All for Umbrella's sake.
This Krauser being a massive idiot. When you almost let it slip, don't say I almost let it slip, because then he'll know it was important. Military tactics. Krauser's... Oh, I didn't fire. Oh, I didn't fire in time. I forgot it was a cutscene then. Sorry, Leon. So that's the classic surprise cutscene, surprise QuickTime event, motherfucker. So let's do this again. Oh, I can pick up the Velvet Blue now. See, everything worked out fine. Everything worked out fine. Check around here while I'm at it. No, there we go. See, the game screwed me, and then screwed me again, and subsequently unscrewed me from the first time. Alright, here we go. Quick time. Was that the first? No, second QuickTime event for Separate Ways. The worst QuickTime events are not only, I mean, they're all bad, but when the game suddenly throws one at you after like an hour of nothing, you're just not ready for that shit. Uncharted 1 does this like twice in its entire runtime, and you're never ready for it because it's just not a QuickTime event game until it suddenly is.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
can.
you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
That's the same thing, dumbass. Prolonging your life without escaping your death is not...
You knew each other?
Oh, that guy.
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
That other time will never come, Leon, and I think we both know this. Alright, I think we're on to the final chapter of Separate Ways.
Leon S. Kennedy, perhaps the most essential part of this mission. This story wouldn't be complete without him and his formidable survival skills.
And Ashley's formidable ballistics.
He has what it
Don't
takes
forget
to
those.
survive against overwhelming odds. I've seen him do it before.
Once.
And
Once.
he's improved
By
since
luck.
then. Practically a genius. He has smarts and he knows how to use them.
Leon Kennedy is practically a genius. Are we
His
sure
service
about
as a
that?
government
Are we
agent
sure?
taken him up. I'll work behind the scenes to make him think he's the primary player.
I'm gonna need citation on that
Though
one,
it may be
Ada.
naive of me to think that'll be easy.
You can dupe him into thinking he's the primary player by your own admission, and you think he's a genius.
Is there. But I need him in the supporting role for me to achieve.
Remember that time Leon had to save the president's daughter,
I'll do whatever it
and
takes
instead
to
he
keep
just
him in
like
his place.
chased a bunch of chickens around the field for a while giggling, and then smashed some crates over for some money, and then spent ages shopping, and then saved the president's daughter?
Until a few months ago. Back then, my
That's
role was much simpler
not
too.
even rose-tinted glasses, that's a
That was before
blindfold.
the president's daughter was abducted, and
Remember
Leon
that
was
time
dispatched alone
when
to find her.
Leon was dispatched
Talk
alone
about
to
a
find the
major
president's
script
daughter,
revision.
and he turned up in a country that he didn't have any knowledge of the language or the
think I need to
locals,
worry.
and he started barking
Leon's
orders in English while waving a
empty
gun
words
around and was then
always
surprised when they
comes
fought back?
like roses. His consistent luck is part of the reason why I have
yeah.
absolute and
Practically a
unshakable
genius,
faith in the
consistent
vision
luck.
of what's in store for him.
You have unshakable faith in his luck. Ada, I love you, but you're planning here. It's not working. I love Leon, but I wouldn't describe him as a genius. That's part of his charm. It's part of his charm. Krauser's been killed by Leon in a big climactic fight with his big arm, and that's Mike the helicopter pilot. Again.
Time is almost
Beep.
up.
Krauser's dead.
Really? Leon doesn't die easily. That's fine. We can use
mean, this
him
much
to
you
clean
should
up
know,
Sadler's
Wesker.
for us. We'll let them fight it out. Neither one of them will manage to come out unharmed.
Easier said than done.
Either way, it's your job to clean up what's left of them when the fight is over. Don't forget who is running the show. Whatever happens, we can't let either of them live to see
Ada won't like that.
Our goal
She
is to
plays
recruit
cool,
the
but
sample.
she got the hots for
Take out
Leon, alright.
anything that might interfere with our plans.
Yeah. So keep moving forward. Murchie, we've got to save our toy boy Leon. We haven't got time. Okay, we've always got time for you, Murchie.
What are you selling?
I haven't got much money, but we'll sell what we've got.
Is that
Do you have anything? I'm never going to be able to afford that. So you also have nothing whatsoever I would want. So to hell with money. We're doing this for a very strange version of love. It's that one really annoying section from Resident Evil main game. We're going to have to do it yet again. Okay, this gave us hassle when we were Leon. Now is the time to get serious. Now we remember the routine for these guys. Actually, not much use out of this so far. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, this makes short work of these guys. Fuck it. Alright, blowgun it is. Alright, I'm actually going to play somewhat seriously now. Take whatever the hell that is and wherever the hell that came from. You, no. Yes. Nope. So we will be— Ah, Christ! Where the fuck did you come from? That's a surprise motherfucker and a half. Without strafing, those things are bloody impossible to dodge. Alright, yeah, we can take our time, Yep. Okay, this all works, and I think that was a yellow herb. Yes. Can't believe I filled up the briefcase so badly. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, thanks. Alright, so I think if we ran through here... We did this as Leon, we got kind of... Oh, I think I see what... Yes. Oh, of course it won't. You gonna... Yeah. Either way, time for your bullshit I do not have. Oh boy, I heard that sound. Yep, and... you assholes are overdoing it right now. I'm assuming this is a wave-based thing and it actually ends, so I'm not supposed to be finding a way out. Okay, if one more guy wibbly heads, then I'll... I mean, I've got the grenades for it. I'm basically playing a light gun shooter at this. Oh shit! I'm mashing the fire button, just waiting for a bullet to come out. Who's left? Are we done yet? Thank you. That was a bit fucking much. Oh shit. Oh come on. I can't even see that. Oh, if I have to do that indoor section again. So I've come to the conclusion that Separate Ways isn't quite as well designed as the main game. Because I'm getting killed by things I couldn't possibly have seen. That was the... Oh god. I think the... yeah, I can't turn around, game. Or aim that fast. Right. Are we going to have to do the exact same bit with the two miniguns as Leon? Probably? We'll get there, we'll get there. Yeah, this is looking pretty Leon-y. Yeah. Just as before. Do we have any health? Just regulars. Okay, let's go shotgun. Shotgun's your friend, shotgun's your buddy. Shotgun's there for you when no one else cares for you. Again, that's a dick move. Because there's no possible way I can avoid that. And there's one of those guys. We all have a shotgun, Julie. In games, or, you know, whatever. Alright, we're up there. I'm down there. Oh, Christ. Yeah, again, can't see any of this. In fact, before he kills me instantly. Okay. Might as well get some money for this. This has got another one of those weird 15 FPS reload animations. Okay. I'm going through the healing items like fucking candy, but we're getting there. Take your money. I don't need any money in this game anymore. I have everything I want in the world. It's a nice feeling. Shouldn't really be holding this. Alright. And if we all recall, just on the other side of that door was where Sadler was doing unspeakable things to Ashley that Leon caught up with him, and then Ada caught up with him. How do I get up there? There's the... yeah. So we're basically storyline-wise following this exact section right behind Leon when he did all the exact same things. Meaning that all the buttons he pressed... oh, another one. Reset seconds later. See ya, I see ya. You just hold tight there, sweetness. I don't know where that came from. Do you know 3 of them? Oh! 2 more! Alright, that's money back. I also just noticed Ada's very alluring pose on the right there, which is holding the bow gun. That's worth buying it for, just for that. Yeah, here she is modelling this season's SMG. Nice, you working a bit of leg with the shotgun there. Yeah, just got some tood. Got some tood. Right. And we're away. Oh, I don't mind if I do. I don't know where this is. Ada's very good at modelling guns, which, I mean, they do sell guns in certain parts of the world, and I think they have gun catalogues, so being a gun catalogue model is very likely a very real job for someone. I mean, consider that. Oh, this is where Mike the helicopter pilot died. Oh, we know who was responsible now. Swing right. Come on, wobble. No, oh, fuck. It's very hard to control the sniper rifle. That was for that guy Ada never knew. I'll have your plants and your money. Certainly is. Oh, I see you off in the distance there, waiting for me to come within aggro distance. Alright, I was expecting massive more waves here. Massively more waves. Ah, okay, yeah, we'll combine. Yeah, there we go. It was a trap! An incredibly ineffective trap. The way the eyeballs kind of hang from the Plagas, where they've blown out of the head but they're still using the eyes to see, it's brilliant bit of design. Kind of like John Carpenter's The Thing, but at its best, you know? And... come on, take it. I remember that. Oh yeah, we came down here as Leon. Yes, we want more of these. These are fucking brilliant. And then we came through here. We were here before. We know how this plays out.
Leon.
Bit blurrier than it used to be, but then as we discussed, Ada is long-sighted, so that may just be why these cutscenes are so blurry. She can't fucking see. This is just revenge for Resident Evil 2. He's not actually possessed. She just really pissed him off in that game. Now, we know for a fact that's where she keeps her needlessly elaborate phone holder. So it's a phone and knife holder. I kind of want one. Leon is quite literally off his fucking meds.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
Because we've been working so well together this far. So that's the door Leon's heading through, Ada. So we have to run pretty fast because he's going to walk through that door 30 seconds later and we need to make it look like we disappeared. But as we now know, Ada doesn't actually disappear. She just kind of hides behind things and makes it look like she disappeared. Yep. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Are they regenerated? Oh, actually, yeah. Do we have regenerators in Ada's campaign? Because we don't have a thermal scope, so that could be really bloody tricky. Hello. Are you stuck on the door? Oh, look whose artificial intelligence can't quite navigate the door frame. Here's a consolation prize. Boss wiggle. Okay, do you know what? You get handgun bullets. And I really hope you kept the receipt on that helmet. So canonically, this is exactly where Leon would be right now, but it's another one of those situations where the two stories cross over and happen at the same time and it makes no sense, but shut up. Kind of like the entirety of Resident Evil 2 Remake when you think about it. Alright, quickly now, because I have got things to do. I don't need money anymore. I've outgrown money and material things. Needlessly elaborate climbing animation that we love Ada for. You get multiple. And here's an interesting bit of newness for Ada's story. Who's this? Why, it's Krauser. He survived having his heart literally explode.
I jumped the gun when I reported you dead to Wesker.
Which raises a few questions because his death looked very, very permanent. You may also note that despite being a fully fleshed out character, Krauser has no new dialogue. Almost as if they didn't want to pay to get his voice actor back to 2 separate ways. Oh. But yes, it is mostly the same fight as it was when Leon did it. Yeah, I mean, I get we're making things click together. But without saying, his heart has exploded, but his, oh, there's also Ganados around, apparently. All he has is, like, canned voice clips. Oh, and shit, I can't get the healing items and things because you automatically change location when, I mean, they have made him look all burned. I don't think he was all burned up in the main game. Oh, you haven't got a dodge prompt like you did with Leon. Okay, so it's a bit different. And less... Oh, wait, hello. Forgot about this. Yeah. Leon never came at you with one of these, did he, Krauser? Oh, I'm dead, yeah. Sometimes when you've got no health, it lets you carry on with one hit, and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, Krauser's death in the main game does look very final. I just think they wanted some... Okay, sometimes give me a dodge prompt or don't, but you can't have it one way. Yeah, that's a dodge prompt that I pressed and you killed me anyway. Resident Evil Jesse, welcome back. We were just discussing the life and times of Jack Krauser. And how having his heart explode in his own face didn't seem to slow him down much. Seriously, it's been like half an hour since Leon very conclusively killed him, and he's fine. Wait. Oh. And phase 2.
Come on.
Again, it's a lot simpler. Basically, every time he does like he did in Leon's campaign and disappears, you just get pulled into a new area. But this time, I'll actually take that. And there are Ganados down there somewhere, I just can't... Oh, that killed me, apparently. Okay. That's fine. I'm with you. I'm with you. Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. Okay, there you go. If I don't pick him up and he disappears, then Ada automatically Batmans away. There we go. Alright. I'm not sure where there's Ganados though. I can hear them, but Oh, I can't run around that way. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Yeah, grab that first aid spray, Ada. There we go. Nice, I see what you did there. Ugh. You dead yet? Come on! And... his heart exploded! He must be dead!
That's a large thing you have there.
Even classic Lara Croft can't match innuendo like that.
But I don't like it when men play rough.
And thus she leaves Krauser dead forever. Storyline-wise, that is the last we see of Krauser, so despite the fact that he died literally the exact same death we've already seen him die and didn't take, that's apparently the end of his story. I could be cynical and say that perhaps they couldn't be bothered. It's a hard situation, not canon. Technically, it's both canon. It's canon that he fights Leon, and it's canon that he comes back and fights Ada. Like I was saying, I wanted to pick... Stop putting hookshot prompt in front of things you know I want to pick up. That's just a dick move. Yeah, this game doesn't get great in the last few chapters. Separate ways, at least. It's a notable step down in quality and workmanship from the main game. Yeah, I think they just didn't want to put in another death animation, because pretty much everything from Krauser, from his voice clips to his attack animations to everything is recycled. Yeah, not a tremendous amount of effort went into Separate Ways. I mean, more so than went into the Assignment Ada game that was the original Resident Evil 4, and it's basically here to give PlayStation 2 gamers a reason to buy it again, or buy it on PlayStation 2, and to make up for the fact that what they were buying on the PlayStation 2 was an inferior product to the GameCube version, because the PlayStation 2 just couldn't do what the GameCube could do. And it does the job. I mean, it's an extra bit of canonical story starring a character we like. It's just... you've seen the amount of cheap deaths and hits I've taken that just didn't happen in the main game. It's just not quite got the love and care in it. This, however... remember this scene from the main game where Sadler... it doesn't look too good for these guys, and then Ada saves them and we leave her and go and save Ashley. Well, now we are, Ada.
Move!
Let's go.
He's Terminatoring his way over there. And then we saw all this. Yeah. We saw this quite recently. And this is where we picked up as Leon went to save Ashley. But now, of course, we're on the other side of that. I forget how to kill Sadler. Oh, we can do that. Okay. Oh god, he really can Palpatine. And again, he can do this, which is about to really hurt me. He can spit my bullets back at me. I've got no healing items at all. Using a bit of recycled FMV, so again, it gets a bit cheap feeling. Yeah, I've got one hit left and no. And here he comes. Oh! Yeah, okay. Can't really see past the camera angle there. I think there is a way to kill him, I forget what it is. So we're just gonna have to... Let's see if we can recycle these. Yeah, doing this drunk might actually hurt. Oh, you didn't even feel that. Alright, gotta be some... This is not a helpful situation. Okay, he's got the old Wesker punch. Scotch on the rocks, come on. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but when I had my whiskey it was neat. The rocks just waters it down. Okay, so that one I don't get a dodge prompt for. That one I do. I just found it. Yeah, there we are. This Saddler is actually significantly harder than the final boss Saddler that Leon fights. That guy was kind of pathetic. And after I run out of these... Not really sure what I'm going to do, because I've only got one of these left and they don't seem to be doing much damage. Oh, please God, tell me that was enough. Can I do any kind of... Yes! We know his eyeball mouth is his weakness, but that wasn't quite enough. Okay, he doesn't like explosions. That was a waste of a grenade. Bollocks. I'm out of explosives, which means it's... Can you absorb and spit back shotgun shells? Alright, you know what, let's get off this walkway. Anything down here? We'll have that, for sure. Not sure handgun bullets are really going to help, but TMP isn't... Go! These are doing anything. Okay. Oh yeah, Malphite. Whew. Those are some sweet heals. Remarkably clean.
This is going to be hard to explain at customs.
It's the Lewis rape tentacle. But Ada's hot, so we just knocked her out. That's how that works. Video game dick moves 101. Having you win a fight that you then immediately lose in a cutscene anyway. And so we come to the final boss. We remember this. I'm pretty sure the game's going to make us watch this cutscene in full. Of course, as you remember, Leon was partially saved by Ada throwing him a rocket launcher at the last minute. How did that happen?
You okay?
I've been better.
Saddler, why would you put something soft for her to land on underneath where you tied her up? Do you want her to escape?
Funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliché that only happens in your Hollywood movies.
This has been pretty Hollywood cliched so far, Saddler.
Entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Well, Darbu. I can't remember. It's been a while. This still looks awesome. Sometimes even art design trumps graphical fidelity, and something that's designed really well, it can look old, but it still looks great, and it looks blurry. Hey, it's what's her name? Which is the first and only time she sees Ada. I wonder if this was a response to people looking at the ending cinema where Ashley asked Leon who that woman was, and realising that, oh look, that Ashley never actually saw Ada. And there they are, there's Leon doing the final boss fight. If only we could help. We need to get to that rocket launcher over there. Batman away! Ah, well, the whole women can't run in high heels Jurassic World thing. Oh, there's also bombs to give it a countdown. This didn't come up in the main game, but there is now. I've actually been working from a book recently, an exercise book that I've been using for the gym, and one of the routines in it's written by a Hollywood personal trainer who trained Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, and amongst the others Bryce Dallas Howard, who famously ran around in high heels for Jurassic World. And there is a whole routine in there about how they worked on her leg strength and her core strength and her balance, specifically with the aim of doing stunts in high heels. So, with enough conditioning and experience, it actually can be done. I mean, Bryce Dallas Howard did it in the film, it wasn't special effects, but yeah, just takes work and a well-toned body and a lot of doing one-legged squats on a Bosu ball. So now we know what Ada does in her spare time, beyond Batmaning around and hiding behind things to make it look like she's invisible. Meaning that, in a rare case for Resident Evil 4, this is something... Ah, God, he's got a rocket launcher! One last time. Alright, several last times. Batman! How's it going, Leon? Yeah, I've been there. Where was it? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I thought the same thing, but stunts and heels. And that's how that happened. Julie, don't worry, on the complete Resident Evil playthrough, something tells me you'll be seeing Leon again. Although perhaps not as often as you might think, now it comes to think about it. And Sadler is dead, again. And we know how this goes.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada.
I mean, this is how your story in Resident Evil 2 ended, with her pointing a gun at you and telling you to give her a sample of the virus, or parasite in this case. You should not be surprised. No, Ada is conspicuously absent from Leon's game, partly because I think this was hashed together after Resident Evil 4, and as we've said, that does become a bit hard to swallow at times, because Ada's having like massive gunfights like 6 feet away from Leon, and we have to believe he never saw or heard anything.
Better get a move on.
Or when she Batmans away in the castle after that meeting, she's actually having a massive gunfight in the garden that Leon's looking directly at, but he couldn't see her because it's an uncomfortable fit. Whenever Resident Evil tries to do two stories side by side, there's always a certain bit of just fudging it in your own head. Even back classic Resident Evil 2, there was stuff there that didn't really make sense, and those two stories were meant to go side by side. Remake just threw that out the window entirely, and none of it makes any sense. But this is new. Leon has... well, or Leon's currently riding away from a tidal wave on the jet ski. And that is the end of Separate Ways. Weirdly, the previous minigame, Assignment Ada, actually finished with a little cutscene with Wesker. But this time, Ada has the sample and has escaped to a victorious sunset. Although thanks to Ada, Wesker now has the sample, and thousands more people die horrific deaths, which I guess Ada is directly responsible for, so... yeah, Ada's not the good guy here. to the extent that anyone is. Yeah, but we'll come to all that and more in Resident Evil 5. Well, how was that? When did you get a Pikachu emote? Thank you, Darbu. That was a GG. Deaths notwithstanding. Cool music that you probably can't hear because I'm talking over, but it's very, very Ada. Very Ada. You got purple dog emotes, Julie? I never know what emotes you've got these days. And that... Oh wait, who is... Yeah, Carolyn Lawrence was... You got Pikachu from another streamer. Thank you all for turning up. That, sadly, was the end of Resident Evil 4, which, as I've said so many times, one of the greatest games of all time. Probably the best game... Well, definitely the best game we're going to be playing in the complete Resident Evil playthrough. As for the worst game, that may still be ahead of us. I'm not sure. I should do 4 again. Maybe in future. Maybe in future. I don't want to play through the same thing twice in a row. And I have vowed to do the complete series, which means we're on to Revelations next, which I'm excited to play again. Well, you kind of played it. Resident Evil 5 plays a lot like Resident Evil 4, and I know for a fact you've played that because we played it together. And you haven't... Well, you should be cancelled for not playing Resident Evil 4. That's cancel culture at its best. Darby, if you've not played Resident Evil 4, I just spoiled the whole thing. So, soz. But yeah, great game. Happy to play it. Always happy to play Resident Evil 4. I don't think anything else quite gets that good, but there is still good stuff ahead. I've not played Revelations as much. I'm looking forward to it. I remember it's batshit. I remember some of the costume designs and the character designs are just off the fucking wall. That's up next. So yeah, anybody who's watching and hasn't followed already, the complete Resident Evil playthrough, drop me a follow. You'll get a notification. It's definitely Sunday evenings. I'll probably do something Mondays and Tuesdays if I can around work. Other than that, it's a crapshoot. Could be any time. And yeah, it's been a good one. I've had fun with this. Fucking hell, this may be my longest ever stream. I didn't think Separate Ways would take me quite this long. I was wrong. I was wrong. This game, this mini game, yeah, I died a lot, but that didn't expect it to take that long. So you get plenty. You get plenty. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. You're all awesome. It's been a damn good stream, if I say so myself, which I do. And stop by soon. I might do Revelations within the next 2 days, just the first chapter. Yes, Grant, we might meet in person because I know Grant as a real flesh and blood human being, which he is. I kind of worry that people I only meet digitally are like very elaborate computer programs that have been created to try and fool me into thinking I'm talking to a human being. You never know. There's a really good sci-fi story in that, but no, I'm sure you guys are all flesh and blood human beings somewhere in the world doing good stuff. But then maybe that's exactly what you want me to think. I'm scared I need to go to bed. But come back the next time for more of the complete Resident Evil playthrough. Oh, and above all, the most important thing to remember